Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Semi-Perfect Podcast. It has been more than 2 weeks since our last podcast. We are now into December. It is December 4th, 2019, as we get ready for the last 2 podcasts of not just the year, but of the arguable, technical, depending on what side of the fence you're on, decade.
The right side of the fence.
Oh, I didn't know what you were...
Some people say the decade is 1 to 10. Others say it's 0 to 9. Didn't you post about this, Paleo?
Yeah. Because I was reading a thread about people talking about the end of the decade. It's like, what did you do this decade or whatever? And people were like, but the decade hasn't ended yet. And I was like, fucking shut up.
Yeah.
Because this always happens every time a new decade starts.
We've already been through it all. I mean, when people say the 10s and the 20s, you don't count 30 as part of the 20s.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So tell them to stop. So first off, let's introduce. We got PaleoSteno.
Hi.
And we got Saberspark.
Hello.
And we got Toodles.
Hello.
And I'm ACRacebest. We anticipate a couple others joining us here throughout the night. But yeah, we're the Semi-Perfect Podcast. If you're new to the podcast, welcome in. We had 3 weeks since our last podcast, so I feel like we have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
Should we start with the food post? Jump right into that.
Yeah, let's see what we got as far as food posts go.
You pull that up. I'm gonna go get some saltine crackers.
Okay. All right, 1 sec. Just left me. Okay. Latest. All right, let's do this. Twitter screen. Let's go for it. Let's see. 5 minutes ago, 6 minutes ago, 13 minutes ago, 17, 20. Ooh, a lot of food posts today as I'm scrolling down. Okay, we've got that was the other podcast. Okay. We got Pixie. Hey y'all, Pixie here. Tonight I'm having chicken fried steak, chicken nuggets, mashed potatoes, and gravy and salad. A damn tasty meal.
You have chicken nuggets and chicken fried steak. That is a power move.
That salad is chock full of croutons.
Have you seen my salad?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say that you're less generous on the croutons, but you're more generous on the blue cheese.
If I can see green, I don't have enough on top of the salad. It's a rule. Our next food post is from Anime Guy 01. Got some garlic knots pizza from Pizza Hut and some shirts for the Sea Bronies cruise starting Sunday. Nice. Oh wow, I didn't realize that was already coming up.
Got some Has-Been Hotel shirts. You're never fully dressed without a smile.
Never.
Inside of every demon is a rainbow. And bang bang baby.
Hot.
Oh, I hope Viv is getting royalties for this shit. Not implying that this person's not going through the proper sources, but I wonder what kind of animal it is dealing with people. Oh, there's that recent thing actually with those shirt sites that are with the algorithm. Have you all heard about that?
I saw the one with the
but I'm pretty
Geneva.
Sure, I'm pretty sure these shirts in particular are actually legit, made by her team.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not insinuating. I'm just curious. Just thinking about it. I guess that website shit's been making me think today. There have been some hilarious outcomes where folks are like, pee pee poo poo butts, where it's like.
All right, we got Taylor Bow having some fettuccine Alfredo for Semi-Perfect Pod tonight. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving last week. Yeah, we'll be talking about Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yes, a good plate of tapeworms.
Hey.
We've got Railroad Bronies got some hot dogs buried under some fries for the Semi-Perfect Pod tonight.
Doesn't that look like me in the background?
It looks like
it's totally me.
Could be you, but I
there's
don't.
No other
there's
pony.
Wings on.
There's no other pony of that color with that hair color in existence.
I think I see wings.
Well, are you saying I can't grow wings? Twilight did it.
No,
all
you
right.
can't.
Rosie Diamond says, enjoying tonight's semi-perfect podcast with a vanilla Coke Zero and my trusty heating pad because I'm always cold for some reason. Had a great day at work and an awesome voice lesson. I've missed you guys.
And then we got Nora Mermaid. Wait, you're not Lady Gaga leaves but comes back. Kidding. I got a leftover beach cupcake that I made with Kari this past weekend for my birthday. I'd give you some, but you're not in Miami. LOL. Love you guys like crazy.
All right, so you see the shark thing?
Yeah.
That shark gummy?
I've
put those on. Yeah, I've put those on my Minchie's frozen yogurt, chocolate, peanut butter caramel.
Yes.
And that might
Minchies are a monstrosity.
Yeah, but that might be the one thing that I actually have drawn the line on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like a blueberry-ish flavor or something.
Mm-hmm.
And that I don't think that one works with
No, we should play a game. We should play a game during the podcast where it's called "Will Race or Paleo Eat It?" And I'll say what it is and see who's the one. I'm serious. That'd be a fun game. If no one shows up, it's just us four tonight. We should do that. And Sarah, you are predisposed where you have to be picky or you'll die. So, but for me, and Paleo and Reyes, we have no excuse. We're just see. I know that you two guys are super picky. I'm actually curious to see who's more picky.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably Jeffrey's going to be more picky. Or Reyes.
You think I'm more picky?
Yeah.
But paleo is paleo.
You don't like pickles.
I can't. Yeah, I don't like pickles. Pickles are disgusting.
All right,
Yeah,
Fritz
I
roll.
I don't like pickles either.
Oh shit!
I can agree with Grace on that.
You know what? I'll just not like the things that paleo also doesn't like, and then no one will lose.
All right.
We'll tie.
All right. Fritz roll says, "Guess what I'm referencing? Good news. I performed greatly at my college's concert. Bad news. I caught a sore throat before rehearsal. Worst news. I'm still sick. Horrible news. I have to study for finals this next going week. P.S. Here's my recovery snack.
Wild chocolate cherries.
Are you doing the whole Animaniacs thing? Good. I don't know. I can't remember.
I gotta say that I love not having finals to worry about. Sorry, everyone, but
we've done it.
There is such a bright future.
There's a bright future, and you don't have to worry about.
You need to worry about finances and living,
mortgage,
and getting food on the table. But aside from that, no finals.
You don't have to take a test anymore.
Norris Brony says, I got me some cakes with tea raspberry ripple Swiss roll and a toffee and chocolate almond cake.
Damn.
What is tea raspberry ripple Swiss roll, Sarah? Have you ever
really
had
good.
That?
Never mind. I was going to ask you if you've had that.
No.
I know. That was
Of
a
course
stupid
I
question. Oh, I see. Tea is separate.
There's a Mr. Bean face on a baby picture with the brown cake.
I remember seeing like that on the internet 20 years ago.
Yes. It is a
terrifying images that'll make you scream. Nathaniel Foga says, here's what I had for my Thanksgiving dinner. Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Thanksgiving dinner picture consisting of turkey, a rib, pork, sweet potatoes, stuffing, mashed cauliflower, mashed potatoes, and a pretty nice selection, if you ask me.
Where's the cranberry sauce?
There needs to be more gravy on that plate. Or maybe it's just not. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Like, that's the other thing is like my Thanksgiving dinners are swimming in gravy.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they make enough for like a party of 12, and I look at it and I go, what's everyone else going to use?
All right, got Void in Void. Dinner is long gone, but here's a glass of water with lemon and a bendy straw.
Ooh, fancy.
Very fancy. All right. And then we've got
Paleo!
I have a single chocolate chip cookie that my dad says is really good, also using my new laptop. Is it really good, Paleo?
It's
Do
pretty
you
good.
agree with your dad?
I just ate it.
Nice.
You got a new laptop?
Yeah.
Nice. I am in the market.
Thank God.
I'm trying to find me a laptop that I can A, afford, and B, well, I guess A is the big one.
Yeah. We got
Well, the nice
Princess
thing about
Deadpool.
this one that I basically got it for free.
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
You stole it.
yeah. Where did you get it for?
Where did
free?
you quote unquote buy it?
No, no, my dad got a whole new like kitchen appliance set of like everything in the kitchen. So we got a bunch of gift cards back. So we used that to get a laptop.
Oh,
Nice.
so it is brand new. Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Nice. Princess Deadpool says, I got McDonald's to eat a tree to decorate. I'm going to read this because there are no commas. Stand it how it's written. I got McDonald's to eat a tree to decorate and a Nightmare Moon cardigan on. Let the Yuletide cheer slap me silly.
So there's the McDonald's.
McDonald's is so interesting to me because it's something that I will not seek out. But even just looking at it right here, I'm like, I mean, I could go for a burger.
Nope.
Yeah.
There's just infinite better places to go to.
There
reminds me. Like the other day when me and my dad went, we went back from Best Buy from doing that thing, and we went by because my dad wanted to get something from McDonald's, and there was like a line at this McDonald's, and I'm just looking over at the other, restaurant. It was like a KFC Taco Bell combo. It was like nobody was there, and I'm just looking at this McDonald's, and I'm like, why don't we just go over there? Like McDonald's isn't that great.
Because so I've talked about this at length before. There's nothing wrong with people liking McDonald's. You know, it's cheap. The food's not like shit tier. I just don't understand when people are like, "Oh, this is the best fucking quality ever." It's like,
yeah, for some reason that McDonald's in that town is always busy, and I don't understand it.
No, if somebody said that to me, I would be upset and probably never believe them about anything ever again.
You would write them out.
Never trust their judgment.
So we talked about like we've had the fry discussion before. I recently well, this is a story in itself. Should I get into
Oh, let's take 30 minutes.
Which one?
Excuse me.
Let's finish food post.
Oh, okay.
I have the food list, by the way. I want to do it with you guys after the food post.
Okay.
It'd be
We got
super fast.
Allison. SPP Foods eating pita chips. Also, yesterday was my 16th birthday.
Happy birthday!
Stupid.
Then we've got Matthew Cordell. Looks like a piece of toast.
I like the lack of an explanation here. That looks like a panini in the. Oh, it's grilled cheese.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's grilled cheese. About to be grilled. Ah, there it is. Okay.
All right,
And now there it is, grilled. Beautiful.
Art.
Thank you, Matthew.
All right, I want to do a quick rundown for the foods. All right, just real fast, okay?
Yep. Okay.
By the way, who's your Laura?
Hello, my name is Black Griffin. You tell because I showed up late.
Not late enough.
Not late enough.
You're right.
No.
You're right.
When Gabe showed, he's like, sorry guys.
Yeah. So I sat down. I got home from work kind of late, and so I sat down. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play Pokemon for like 20 minutes, and then I looked at my phone and it was 9:15, and I was like, oh shit, I haven't eaten anything, and also the podcast started.
Let's
So here
be
we
real,
are.
Pokemon and dinner are more important than the podcast.
Did you get anything to eat?
Well, I just heat up some food, so I'm gonna eat while we do food posts.
Good. We just finished food post. What we're gonna do right now?
We'll do them again because that's what I said I was gonna do while we were doing food posts.
No, I have something else. All right, here, hold on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Jeez.
We're testing to see who's more of a picky eater, race or paleo. Okay.
Oh man, that's quite the competition.
All right, paleo and race. You all need to
Is
keep
it?
score. No,
right.
I think so. I think so.
So are we
do.
counting?
Because I think I'm
picky.
pickier.
Should we count the ones that we don't think, or no? I'm sorry, that we would not eat. Well, is this okay? So is the question: would we eat it, or do we like to eat it?
Would you eat it? Like if someone put it on a plate. If someone put it on a plate and said, "Would you like to have this for your meal?" and you're like, "Nah, I'm good."
So do I like it?
Do you like it? Yes.
Okay.
All right, here we go. All right, ready? Here we go. Ketchup.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Pat paleo. Actually, I'm kind of waiting. Ketchup is overrated, but I'll eat it. Mustard.
No.
Yes.
Mayonnaise.
I don't like a lot of condiments.
Yes.
No, I don't like mayonnaise, but I love ranch. It's weird.
Ranch is next. Ranch dressing.
I love ranch.
Yes.
Vinegar.
What
I
type?
mean,
Yes.
Hi, Matt.
Hi.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
So
I mean, it depends on what it's on, I guess.
Taylor,
Right now,
are you
Matt,
counting
we're
your
doing-
yeses? Or
Yeah,
your
count
no's?
count your yeses. Count your yeses.
Wait, I thought you were counting.
Oh my
No,
god.
I just said count them. You fucking fuck.
Someone in the chat.
people.
Okay, so that's my second one. Okay.
All right. But we move things along. All right. Soy sauce.
Yes.
Yes.
Blue cheese.
Yes.
Raw fish.
Yes.
No.
Okay, here we go. Cooked fish.
Yes.
No.
Oh my god.
Canned tuna.
No.
Not anymore. I used to.
What happened?
After the last time.
I
who are
was
you?
surprised that wasn't a.
Never again.
Not
Right,
I
having
know.
Wait.
flashbacks.
You do know that canned tuna is cooked fish. So if you said no to cooked fish, wouldn't you immediately say no to tuna?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering why you were hesitating so much.
No,
on
it's
the
just
tuna.
because I as a kid, I think my mom, that was like one thing my mom used to just make.
So you made it, like she made it, and you didn't exactly know what it was until you realized what it was. Okay. Mm.
Yeah.
And so you just quote unquote hate.
No, now time
seafood.
out. I didn't, it's not like I had a
His dad
choice
doesn't
here.
like it.
When you're 6 years old, you eat the sandwich your mom gives you.
All right.
Or
Just-
you
I'm
hide
not
it.
sitting there,
Or you hide it.
like, I wouldn't eat
I
it.
remember like eating fish at the table because I love fish now, and I'd be like, "Oh, I don't feel so good." I have like food in my mouth, and I'm like, "Bleh," throw it up in the toilet and flush it. I was a fucking,
Glorious.
heist artist. All right, next oysters,
No.
No.
snails,
No.
I never had snails. But
crab,
probably no. Yes.
shrimp,
Yes.
No. I see where this
Love
list is
shrimp.
going.
chicken,
I'm not even sure what
Yeah.
I walked in on.
Yes.
Chicken's
grapes,
delicious. Yes.
Yes.
sourdough bread,
Yes.
Yes.
coffee,
No.
No.
peanut butter,
Yes.
Yes.
Nutella.
Yes.
I don't think I've ever had Nutella.
All right, beef,
Are
Yes.
you gonna keep track for me? Yes. Yes.
pork. We're almost done.
Yes.
Yes.
Turkey,
Yes.
Yes.
garlic,
Yes.
Yes.
tofu.
No.
I've never had tofu.
Really, onions.
Yes.
What's the designator here for onions? If
yeah.
it's like
Which kind? I mean, like I like all onions.
Is it
I
an
guess.
onion?
like I love like onion rings, but I don't like raw onions.
So no
Okay.
for you.
So,
So I'll say no. I'll say no.
carrots.
Yes.
I mean, they're fine. Like, I'll.
Would
eat
you
them.
have that for your meal?
If someone
I
put
mean,
carrots-
if they're like in a salad, I'll eat it like that.
lettuce,
Ketchup. Yes.
Yes.
cabbage,
Yes.
No.
Oh.
really, tomatoes,
Yes.
No.
Brussels sprouts.
Wait, didn't
No.
you have a salad at Winnie City or
No.
what, Cider Fest?
I did. These
Paleo,
children.
I thought
these
paleo.
children-
I had one too, but I didn't have a tomato in it.
He picked out the tomato and the lettuce and the onions.
I just said I liked onions.
All right.
I thought you said no to salad though.
No.
He
We
said no
didn't
to
say
cabbage.
salad.
He said no to cabbage.
Oh,
So
I
no
thought
to
you said
cabbage.
salad. Okay.
All right, Brussels sprouts. What was the answer on that? Brussels sprouts.
No.
Even cooked, like
Y'all are
nice-
nuts.
Yeah, right. Brussels sprouts are fucking amazing.
Well,
How
time
dare you
out.
have a different
See,
opinion
now
on
we're
food.
now we're getting into like that realm of.
All right, you know
Chef
what? You know what?
Ramsay
You know
making
what?
me
You know what?
Brussels?
You know what? You know what? You know what? Zucchini.
Didn't you say you're almost done and you said like 15 freaking more things?
Might
No.
say- we're halfway.
No.
It's because
No,
we
I'm
keep
gonna say no.
criticizing.
I'm gonna say
Sarah, am I cutting too far into the shit? Should I just go ahead and just cut
No.
to the
No.
podcast?
Five more.
No,
right.
I want to know everything.
I'll hit 5. I'll hit 5 more big ones. All right. Coconut,
Yes. Oh.
eggs,
Yes.
Yes.
tea,
No.
What kind of tea?
hot
Just
tea.
any tea.
Hot tea? I don't really care for it.
Lord, don't kill him. All right. Just don't kill him.
It's
All
fine.
right.
There's more tea for me.
Eggplant.
No.
No.
And last one, olives.
No.
No.
Eggplant nasty as fuck.
Yo, a bunch of baby boy. little baby-
Hey,
You don't like the
Saber.
things that I like. You said babies.
Hero, they only eat French fries. All right.
So
So-
I said
Only
yes.
Saber just turned into
I
draft
said
there for a
yes
moment.
21 times.
How about you, Race?
What was that? I'm sorry.
I
How many
said
times
yes
did you say?
21 times.
It's a tie.
Wait, you said 21
It's a
times?
tie?
Yes.
What?
Whoa!
Yes, Sarah kept track for me.
Well, since you made your wife do it, it makes you an extra baby. So paleo.
Well, he was doing it and reaching over me, so I opted.
He's
Sarah
like,
took
give me
away.
those salty crackers.
So what gets me is how many things paleo hasn't eaten before. Like, you gotta try stuff, man.
Try everything.
Yeah.
But what if I don't want to?
Oh,
Well, then you're
you.
missing out on life.
Yeah.
Well, specifically food, but you know. What else
But,
is
like,
there?
It's not like I need food to live. I mean,
You don't need to try tofu though, paleo. Like that's okay. Like you don't need
Well,
to do
tofu
that.
can taste like anything, but if you have an issue with the texture, then like it's completely out.
Like honestly, like
Yeah.
if
that's the main thing I'm
I think-
picky about with food is like texture.
I mean, that's why I don't eat tofu, honestly.
like honestly though, like I really think that if Chef Ramsay prepared most things that I said no to, I'd probably be like,
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
you know?
If only
So
a
that's
I'll be
fine.
honest, I don't think there's anything you can do with tomatoes.
But like Brussels sprouts, for example, I know they could, but like I ain't taking that chance of not being good.
I like my fever we're talking about. Alright.
All right, sir.
Shall
Move
we
on.
do our
No,
weekly-
no.
Ketchup.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ketchup? Yes.
Not ketchup. I hate ketchup.
Now we're doing a weekly catch-up.
All right. Well, let's start with Hirosashii. What have you been up to the last 3 weeks?
I went to this in person too. I liked the songs. The movie was okay. I guess we'll talk about that probably.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw Frozen too. We had a party at my parents' house for my uncle's 70th birthday.
Whoa.
In typical Caribbean fashion, we played loud music and danced until 3 a.m.
Nice.
You ever get the cops called you before?
Never.
Okay.
They're not 17.
Oh, trust me, you don't
I
need to
said
be 17 for that.
70. And
I want to make a joke, but I won't.
and I went on a date. That was fun.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's all that happened.
What's his name?
I'm so glad somebody else did it.
I got you back, bro.
What about? Oh,
I was saying, remember when Riverdance was like a trope in movies for like a few years? Because they had that in The Emperor's New Groove.
Yes, I do remember that. Is it a trope, really? Huh.
Yeah, oh yeah, the bunch of people were making fun of Riverdance like in the mid 2000s, and then it stopped.
What other movies?
Mhm.
I know it was in another movie, but I can't think of it right now.
2 movies. Is
No,
not good, Nate.
Shrek did it with the Robin Hood guys.
Okay.
Hold on, my microphone's not working here. I'll be right back.
It sounds literally fine.
Yep, I'm sure.
Nope,
Dude,
wasn't
he's-
working.
Yeah, to say his microphone wasn't working was not a good out. We heard that. So Laura, what have you've had 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
from what we've seen on Twitter, it seems like this past week's been a particularly
Well,
rough
this week
one. But
kind of sucks, but it's continuing to suck so far. But prior to this week, I gave some thanks and had some food with my family and got to
Good.
see some people I haven't seen in a while, and that was pretty good. Oh, my brother-in-law introduced me to this meme thing that's been going around about 30 to 50 feral hogs. Does anyone else know about this?
Can't
No.
say I
I've
do.
heard of it,
It's
but
like a
I
name a second. So
It's
I think
fantastic.
I've heard of it.
So yeah, it's just like this guy talking about like how he commented on someone's tweet like about something about like gun control, but then his comment was just like an actual issue with like rural America where it's like these hogs that are like, you know, they're not native to the US, they're like introduced, so like they're this invasive species that are like destroying crops and like they're scary. Like this guy who was mentioning it has like a couple kids. Like he's afraid of being around his kids. I'm like, how did this turn into this? I don't know, but I love it. And it's so great. And it's just like the most absurd thing that's actually a problem. And it's just the way it's formatted is spectacular.
I love it. I don't think I've seen it though.
It was
Maybe
like a
Sarah could find
podcast or
it.
something that somebody talks about it for a little bit. I'll have to find it.
Gotcha. Nice. Anything else?
I'm trying to think of what happened before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's a blur to me too.
Like we skipped that week, but like
We did.
oh god, what did I even do? I don't know. Probably just hang out at home and then go to work and do that in succession for several days in a row.
Nice.
Yeah.
What about Paleo?
Yes.
What have your last 3 weeks been like?
All right. Been just living, I guess.
Good. Better than usual, it sounds like. How was Thanksgiving?
It was good. Ate at my aunt's house, which was kind of just like any other time that I ate at my aunt's house. It's just the difference is it was Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
Do you guys do
Yeah.
any like big meal thing or anything?
No, I mean we had turkey and stuff, but it's just kind of chill, I guess.
Cool. Nice. What about PanamaMatt? How
Let's
have your last 3 months been?
3 months, yeah. Well, there was that rear ending that happened back in October. I've been recovering from that since then.
People in the chat have been asking about you, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated, but I got the MRI results back.
Oh yeah.
This is pretty badass for anyone that just prepare yourself.
Mm.
Here you go.
Oh, I told you about this, didn't I?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So tell everybody, what did the MRI tell?
My back is thoroughly messed up.
Uh-oh.
And technically, it's
Well, I need to see the pictures, but based on what one of the terms is, technically I may have a broken back.
Oh my god.
his first bone that he broke.
I have never broken.
Was
so
his whole back.
if this is what I believe it, or is what I understand it to be, and again, I have not yet seen the pictures nor had the English definition of what it is explained.
What
But-
language was it in?
Science.
Oh, okay.
It's
Have you
something
been
called
feeling better though?
I mean, definitely I've been getting better over the last couple of months. I have still significant sciatic pain and all, or like every once in a while I will feel it in my heel, back of my knee, but lower back. Anyway, yes. A good chunk of flexibility has returned, but life still sucks.
I'm so sorry.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I mean, it's not
Dang.
fine, but it will be fine.
I mean, it's shitty, but
Yeah, pretty much. But on a lighter note, since they totaled my old car, I have acquired a new one.
Ooh.
At my own expense, because,
No.
well,
Damn it.
when you have a car for 16 years, the actual value of it's probably
Yeah.
around, it was only $3,000.
Yeah.
So
You
When
should
the-
have had your dad buy a whole kitchen set, and then with the gift card, bought a new car.
Mm-hmm.
there's a joke in there I missed somewhere, but
You must not
Paleo
have
got
been
a
here.
new lot
oh, nice.
via gift cards.
Yeah.
That's a good trick.
Yeah. Yep.
And then my girlfriend was down for Thanksgiving. Spent that with my parents. Went out to a lovely restaurant up on the hill there. It was raining, so we had a lovely view of the storm blowing through.
Yeah.
And didn't have to clean any dishes. It was amazing.
Oh yeah. That's a thing too. What about you, Saberspark?
Nothing. Just work.
3 weeks of nothing.
Go see my
You
family.
visited your family.
Yeah, I got to see my family in Georgia. That was fun.
And Lammy made a friend.
Yeah. It was, my older sister, her and her husband got a Great Pyrenees puppy, which is growing fast.
Ooh, awesome.
And it's a cutie and likes hanging out with Lammy a lot because it'll like throw its paws on top of him and just smack him over. But yeah, I'm just ready to pound out the rest of the year here.
And you mentioned
out.
that you watched Zootopia a number of times during your
I think I've
Thanksgiving.
watched it, no joke, like 8 times in the last 2 weeks. It's
See,
a
and that
good
just makes me
go-to for
smile.
It's spreading.
like Judy. No, I honest to God, like it's really good background like movie. I watched it
Yeah.
watched it like twice with my nieces, and then it's good for background. I don't know why it's a nice, comfortable background movie.
Awesome. Well, very cool.
There were
And
parts
Sarah?
about-
Oh, wait, timeout? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's all good. I know you don't care. Never mind. It was only something Zootopia related.
Go on.
I fear for the future of Zootopia because
The movie ended. It's only like an hour and a half.
No, hear me out. I'm in the city.
Oh.
Guys, we are on the precipice of an animal population collapse. I mean, those bunnies are popping out babies like no one's business.
Right.
And since there aren't any predators or war, then it's going to cause a global population crash. So the only right situation, the only thing that we can do is eat the mice. Pluritintia is going to become a little buffet table. Next.
Yeah, no, I mean, the sequel's looking like it's going to be great. Just from what Saber's telling me here and here. So Sarah,
Yeah.
what have your last 3 weeks been like?
I went to Disneyland with my mom and my sister, and that was
Nice.
fun. There was one point where, like, during the day, my mom was explaining, because she likes to just bring up random things, and she was just, at lunchtime, she's like, I always get migraines nowadays when there's flashing lights. And she was talking about how she went to go see a stage show that had flashing lights, and it gave her a migraine. And then at the end of the day, when we're kind of like, well, what do we want to do? And I'm like, well, fantastic, start in a little bit.
Oh
And
no.
literally the show starts, and it's just nothing but flashing lights. And I turn around and I look at my mom. I'm like, uh-oh.
For those of you that haven't seen it, literally, it is 70 to 100 exceedingly bright strobe lights.
Yeah, at the very beginning. And I'm like, uh-oh. Because I hadn't seen it in such a long time. Plus, they kind of revamped.
You
it a little.
sacrificed your mother for your own entertainment.
She was fine. She closed her eyes in time.
Wow, what a great show! Sounds awesome.
No, it was she had
Now
her
that's
eyes
the
open.
real show.
It was just the beginning. But yeah, Mickey doesn't explode as fantastically as before.
He just kind of poofs. He just kind of like
they made it quieter, so it's not like some imagination, huh?
boom. It's just some imagination, huh?
And I'm like, no, he needs to explode. But yeah, so Fantastic is good. I
You just
haven't
need
seen it
to
in a while.
explode, Sarah.
His tail is the fuse. That's lit.
And then the other day I went to Disneyland for 2 hours by myself, and that was fun. But I do have some notes written from a time that me and Jeffrey went before my mom and my sister came to town.
Oh my gosh!
And I'm just gonna read it as I wrote it.
This is just reminding me of how long ago or how long it's been. Like literally, I feel bad because I'm probably gonna talk through the rest of this podcast about. No, I won't. But like, there's like outside of other extracurricular stuff that's been up, I just feel like wow, it's been a long 3 weeks.
Yes.
It has
All
been.
right. This note says Chip, Dale, and Clarice at Christmas dance party in Tomorrowland. Dale kissing up Clarice's arm, Gomez Adams style, and putting his fist in Pluto's mouth and throat, and attempting to murder a cast member with a maraca.
Just stop there.
That all happened within like 5 minutes.
So there's this dance party, and Sarah and I had just gotten off of Space Mountain.
Yeah.
And we're gonna head probably towards Frontierland, and Sarah all of a sudden grabs my arm and is just like, "What the heck? What the heck?" And we're walking, and there's this dance party area in Tomorrowland, and they had Chip and Dale on stage, but what caught your eye was that Clarice.
I saw Clarice there, and I'm like, I haven't seen Clarice anywhere in like a very long time. So like I was very surprised to see her.
And Dale straight up shoved his entire arm down Pluto's mouth.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it was
Like,
his
they were-
parents.
They were no, they were out on the dance floor, and like Dale was in rare form that night because he was just everywhere. And
Yeah.
like he stuck his fist inside of Pluto's mouth and pretended like Pluto was biting him or whatever. And then he was chasing a cast member
and not like
around
when
with
we
a
say
maraca.
this, when we say this, it wasn't like sideways through Pluto's mouth. I mean,
No,
like
it was like literally just
Ramming
jamming it
his
in
fist
there.
down his throat.
yes.
As far as it could go, which isn't very far, but like
We'll work on that.
Wow.
and then we rode Indiana Jones that evening
Mhm.
too, with like the best family that you could ride that ride with, like with kids that hadn't been on it before.
Hadn't been on it.
I
The
thought
girl.
Race's family was there.
I'll get it. This girl, her parents are like, "Do you want to drive? Do you want to drive?" And she's like, "Hell no, I don't want to drive." So they ended up having me drive.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no.
so yeah, throughout the entire ride, I'm just like,
He's playing it up, being like, going along with the story of it, and like all the kids in the back are just like, "You're a terrible driver." And like
Yeah.
at the end of the ride, Jeffrey's like, "So what would you rate me on Uber?" And like a kid was like, 0. Yes.
I was very
But it was-
disappointed.
it was-
Like I thought I did a great job driving. Like we survived, and there's clearly no appreciation for that. So
Yeah, so we had a lot of fun times at Disneyland.
yeah.
It
Yeah.
sounds that way.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yes.
Okay,
Your turn.
so kind of in addition to that, so yeah, in the last couple weeks, obviously Thanksgiving, which we're going to be talking about here in a bit, maybe in a little bit more depth. So at one point, Gabe and some family were actually at our place. So that was the thing, and then after that, Sarah's family stayed with us. And then about the time they were getting ready to leave, I also left to go to Tucson and was back with Gabe's family.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just kind of all over the place. And then when I got back from Tucson, I went straight to jury duty. And
Gross.
And a great time
I-
was had by all.
Yeah. So
Did you wear your Judy Hopps ZPD hat and then they told you to get the hell out of there?
Yeah, right.
You know, to be honest with you, they probably would have appreciated it, been like, wow, great to see some support for the law enforcement.
I'm sure they would have, yeah.
Can I tell a little bit of the story of my jury duty, Sarah? Do you allow me?
Sure, a little. No. You need to make it a little bit shorter than you did yesterday.
Okay, all right. So I woke up and I made breakfast, and then I got into my car, and I turned left on the I turned right. So with jury duty, I've done this once before, and the first time I did it, I never made it out of the waiting room, which I was fine with. Eventually got released. But that time I got called in on a Friday. This time I got called in on a Monday, and I was hoping, I'm like, okay, hopefully it's not a busy day, nobody gets called in. I sat in the waiting room from 8:15 till 3:44. I look at the clock and I go, cool. The place closes at 4:30. At 4:30, they let everyone go. Not once have they called a single case this entire day. Mm-hmm. Everyone that's been in there has been in there the whole day. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, there's no way it's going to be too late for them to want to start a trial thing, right? And then 3:45. Okay, we're going to start calling names here. And then they went through and named everybody in the room, every single individual that's in there. I'm like, oh. And I was like one of the last names that was called, but then they said if there's anyone that didn't get called, everyone should have just been called.
Why did they just go name by name and not just be like, everybody, just come here? Like,
they probably didn't realize it was everyone until they read the list.
I guess so.
If I see someone who works at the courthouse, I will punch them in the face. Maybe him in the
back. I work at the courthouse from time to time.
That's a point, Matt.
Thank you.
Good job. No,
starting to understand.
Well, that's the thing is they I think it was also a partial attendance. Like they wanted to make sure that everyone was there and nobody had left like early. Yeah, I guess. Because we had to call out that we were here. Yeah. But yeah.
Present.
Here, cupcake. So so yeah, they brought all of us up, and then for about 30 minutes we stood outside of, I'll call it the courtroom, waiting. And at this point it's like 4:15, and they have us all come in. They have us sit, then they have us stand briefly, sit, and then they say, okay, we'll see you all tomorrow morning.
Oh my god.
I'm like, son of a bitch.
You tell them that you can't go, you have jury duty?
Should have tried that one. So they basically scooped up everyone that was there on Monday and said, you know what, you're not going home. So Tuesday, yesterday, I go in and somebody did not show up, which don't do that, by the way.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah, like they even like got into detail. Idea. Yeah, they got into detail about like, so here's how screwed this guy is now.
What happens?
You're considered held in contempt. Is that it, Matt?
Yep. Generally, a warrant will go out for your arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's a never-ending cycle because then other jurors miss their jury duty, and then other jurors miss their jury duty.
It's how they keep employed. I once again during this roll call, I was called.
Why do we even have government?
Why? We'll get into that.
Why don't we just hire samurais to run the country?
I'll have a militia. So I once again I was called late, and they don't call you by name; they call you by number. And so
24601
8675309.
What was that?
Hey, what the heck was that?
It's our Black Griffin.
It's Black Griffin. So once again I'm thinking like, okay, if I'm still around like they don't kick me out any sooner. My name's near the bottom of the list, so I should be good. So then they go through and ask everybody who's going to be here for 10 days, unlimited or doesn't care. Like 10 days unlimited being how much time your work will cover. So if you work for like the government, they're like, yeah, as long as you need them. And then there were people that were like, oh, I don't care. Sign me up anyways. Then they went through again and did it from 5 days on up. And I'm like, okay, cool. Because I have my company does 3 days. I'm thinking, all right, I made it. And then they asked a few like retirees some questions like, hey, can you do this? And then they called my number and I was like, fuck. And yep, they're like, hey, are you willing to do your duty? And I'm like, yeah.
I did it at home before I came.
You came as well?
It was a productive morning.
He did both before he left. He's responsible.
Sometimes it saves time doing it at the same time. But yeah, so I got called and then they said, all right, we got 2. And I'm like, all right. So they narrowed it down by like people. 30 of the 50 people were called. And then they had another group going while we were gone for lunch that they grabbed more people. So the room was once again full of like about 40 to 50 people. And then, so I'm thinking like, well, I'm not going to be probably called because like they know that I don't get a lot of days and then all this stuff and all that stuff, like all these factors. My name has always been called late. Like I'm probably pretty good. Juror number 4, me. I was like, oh, and then I guess Matt explained this to me yesterday that they try to randomize it as best as I can. So I was just lucky. Now, I guess you could argue that in a way it was lucky because they ask you questions for anyone that hasn't done jury duty. They want to ask the jurors questions, and it's like an interview process because they want to make sure, is there anything that you have through experience or people that you know or all these other factors that might influence how you think or proceed with the case. They don't want people that already have heavy biases going in. And for my case, which I've talked about how I had 3 days of jury duty, I forgot to mention that this case was like anticipated to go on for about 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
It wasn't a little case. It was a murder and DUI manslaughter case.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh my
the
God.
guy next to me, his eyes like popped out of his head when they were reading off what had happened. It was actually pretty funny because the guy's like,
guys, this is killing me.
Anyways, my sister a couple years ago was hospitalized due to a negligible driver, and that was enough for them. Negligent.
Sorry.
I love it. Not that. Yeah. I meant that.
Damn, Saber.
Whoa. Hear me out. I learned that if you tell a court that you are biased, which they'll let you go.
That's what I told you to do, Jeff.
Well, that's. I mean, like, it's probably. I mean, I don't know if I'm in the company of lawyers who might rat me out, but no. But I was told that like when it comes to like when they're picking their jurors, they don't want people who are biased one way or the other. They want someone who's neutral. So
To be honest, here's what's interesting though, because in my group, so the first group they brought 18 people up. Of the 18 people, I was the only person, because they ask, is there any, or do you think, or can you be fair and impartial to both sides of this trial? And I was the only person who said, I don't think I can.
That's surprising, actually.
Yeah, everyone else went.
Did you lie?
No. I mean, again,
why not
tell the truth?
No, there were other factors of mine that they were also like, one of them being that I don't drink. And they also want to know, have you ever witnessed somebody crash that you suspected they were drunk? I've seen my fair share. I get very pissed off at the idea of somebody drinking and driving. I have a very low tolerance about it. And I have very heavy opinions about it. But aside from all that, I'm pretty sure just the fact that my sister had been hospitalized at some point.
That'll do it. Because at that point, like, you won't hear the argument. You're already settled. Though, did you feel like you were called out of school early when you walked out of the courtroom with, like, Mr. Best, you may leave? And all the other jurors are looking at you like, oh, son of a bitch, he gets to leave.
Your mom comes to pick you up early.
No, what they did is that they actually, the judge kind of said, like, oh, okay, like, kind of was like, that's good. We'll ask you any more questions later. Because they, obviously they don't want me tainting the whole group. So, and then there were a few people also that were asked to come in. So what they did was they excused everybody, and you have an option for these questions to answer them in private. Because, in some cases you're talking about family that have had drug issues or worse. And you have the option to, speak privately about them. So what they did was they called me back in. I think there were, I don't know how many people they ended up calling back in, maybe 6 or 7, but they called me back in, and they through that they were like, yeah, you're good.
Playing music. Is it the
what is that?
The church group practicing?
Is it a ghost?
Oh, it's the freaking Puritans are back at Gabe's house.
Oh no.
Wait. Are you guys talking about me now?
Church people singing.
Gabe, what the hell is that noise?
Dude, I wish I could turn it off, but it's not a radio station. It's real humans making horrible noises.
Can you tell them that they suck? Like, just walk out your door and just yell that.
I have, but they're good.
Prove it. Do it right now.
No. The Lord would not be
his
happy.
bluff.
I'm not sure if the timing's that great. I was going to tell you a quick little story. So there was a bounty hunter that was part of my jury.
And was his name Boba Fett?
It was Bob Fett.
Oh, Bob
You actually
Fett.
had a legit bounty hunter?
Robert
Boba
Fett.
T.
They are a real thing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I know.
No, it was pretty wild. The guy, like, he was really quiet. He, because during our trial, they were talking about, like, tell us a bit about yourselves, I guess. And he was saying that, like, part of what he did was working for this, like, I guess, private company where this boss is like, this really fat guy is like, fuck, I can't do it. Fucking Gabe ruined it. I was going to do a joke, but I can't do it now.
Yeah, it's all over. It just started falling apart.
Fuck you.
Why? What did I do wrong?
Fuck you, man.
What did he do wrong?
I hope YouTube rewinds you off its rewinds.
Oh. Oh. Wait.
Needless to say, Gabe knows what he's done wrong.
You know what you
The
did.
list is vast.
I've done a lot of things wrong. I'm just like trying to figure out which one you guys are referring to this time.
I was gonna make a Boba Fett joke, but you immediately said it and it threw me off.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I even had bullet points to try to make it work, and it's like, here we go, Boba Fett, fucking shit.
You can't say bounty hunter.
You're right, and Baby Yoda.
Doug. I almost said Doug the bounty hunter, but I say dog.
So that's pretty much a wrap on my jury duty story. They sent me off. I was done. So we do have a super chat here from Christian or Exiodyne.
Says, hi all, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I have a question. What are Race, Saber, and Gabe going to have? Oh, sorry. Are Race, Saber, and Gabe going to have a ghost hunter session like the one in DC this year? Been waiting for an episode 2. Love y'all.
Paranormal Pursuers. That is
Paranormal Pursuers.
They're going to be another one.
We
I would
should
love to
do
be on
that.
the crew for that if you guys need like an extra set of hands.
Oh, absolutely. The ghost hands are not enough. I don't know where there are haunted areas in our location. All I can find are hot singles. And so I'm not sure. I'd love to do that again if the stars aligned and the ghosts came out of the closet. But yeah, but,
ghosts, hell yeah.
Hi.
For anyone that does not know, when we were in DC for the Magic of Christmas back in, God, what year was that now?
A long time ago,
1973.
2014.
Was it 2014?
I think.
I think so, yeah.
So there was a something called Paranormal Pursuers that's on my channel. That it's us ghost hunting, and it starts out like as a complete joke, and we start like
Freaking each other
it
out
starts
and
getting
all
weird. Yeah, it starts getting weird. So, which is how I would hope it would go, anyways. But yeah, thank you, Christian, for the super chat. If anyone else wants to submit anything throughout the podcast, we'll make sure we hit it up through the super chats. Okay, so I'm gonna pump my brakes there. You're welcome. Brakes have been pumped.
Hey, Steven, how did you know about YouTube Rewind?
What?
I mean, I was joking
Rewind.
because you made that tweet about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you're in the GIF that YouTube posted, so it's kind of obvious.
I didn't see myself in the GIF. That's why I made that tweet.
If you guys called it a GIF, we wouldn't have these problems.
They emailed me today and they're like, "Don't tell anyone." And I was like, "What?
Is this your way of not telling anyone?
Well, if
They sent me a very
Gabe, what are you saying? I don't understand.
if I'm in the shut up. If I'm in the GIF, which I am, because people sent me caps of it. It's like, what do you mean? Don't tell anyone. Obviously, if I'm in the GIF, I'm not in the actual rewind. I don't know.
I don't
I'm doing
follow
a
your
really
logic.
bad job at backpedaling.
How about this, Gabe? How about we know that you're a busy individual, but were there any highlights in the last 3 weeks for you?
I literally just paused the rewind and I just randomly the GIF or GIF whatever and pause it right on you, Gabe. You're in it, you son of a bitch.
I am.
Gabe, I asked because I already mentioned I swung by your place and you swung by my place.
Yes, it was actually pretty rad. There was nothing stressful going on. We had a really fun time. Nate and I went up to Los Angeles to look for hooses. And then you came down here to run the races at the Tucson Speedway.
That's what we did.
We hung out and it was fun. Claire came over. We had a good time.
Yeah.
Indeed.
You took me to El Patio, and I was very happy.
I took you to El Patio, and you took me to
Pepe's.
Outback Steakhouse and Pepe's.
Yay, Pepe's!
Technically, you guys took us to Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, that's true. And then the waiter was like, "Are you guys YouTubers?" I'm like, yeah, and he's like, "Me too."
Oh, I forgot about that part. So much is that conversation.
I know, it was very interesting. But it was fun. And yes, so so the YouTube Rewind thing, which I guess I can tentatively talk about, was kind of cool. That actually they reached out to me when I was leaving LA. And then I also America's Got Talent reached out to me again. And this is the 4th year that they've reached out, but it almost always falls through. Like they'll be like, "Send us this information and we'll send it up to our casting producers," and then I send them the stuff and then it either doesn't go anywhere or they come back with these crazy like rules that I'm not willing to.
Yeah, like we own you.
Very much like that. The contract, the America's Got Talent and the American Idol and the voice contract, they're all pretty, controlling. So I don't know.
Yeah, be careful with those.
Indeed.
As you are. As you are, sir.
As you were, number one.
Let's see here. So, as we mentioned, is there anything else that, because I know some people mentioned Thanksgiving already. Do you think we hit most of the Thanksgiving stuff?
Oh, can I ask you a question about
I think you
that?
guys did.
Yeah.
So, turkey or ham? What do y'all prefer?
Turkey.
Waffles.
Well,
Generally
Wait,
turkey,
wait.
but it depends
I
on
like
how
In
it's
general
Waffles,
or
but
for
waffles.
Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving.
ham
That's
and
turkey.
waffles.
Turkey.
Yeah. For
That's the classic. You got to do it.
Yeah.
So my problem with turkey is that when it's not done right, it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Well, I mean, so does ham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, ham is good even raw. One time I just bit right into a pig.
I think ham is harder to
Feral hog.
fuck up.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Paleo. I agree with you.
Actually, have you ever
Yeah.
tried to
Fried
grew
a turkey?
a turkey? Just kidding. I'm trying to make a bad joke.
When turkey's done right, it's fantastic.
I mean, it sounds rather foul, Gabe.
Ah, foul play. Caw. I'd rather hear a
Boy.
squeal than a cluck. What's going on?
I have no idea what's going on. I'm not
Either.
sure.
I was
I don't
trying to
think
make a
anybody did.
pun about him, Paleo saying effing up a turkey, and it just went on too bad.
No, for Thanksgiving I'm definitely partial to turkey. It's just I love my traditions.
That's
or I
the
just love
rule.
traditions.
You have to have turkey on Thanksgiving.
I wouldn't be opposed to someone serving ham with the turkey. I'd be
Right.
like, cool, good.
What about
but you
Tommy?
gotta have turkey.
Tommy didn't have
What?
any meat. Tommy had a vegan
He
Thanksgiving.
didn't. Tommy had a vegan Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
I laughed at him.
Poor Tommy.
Yeah. The honest thing though, kind of on what you're saying though, Saber, is he said like really the good part about it was that pretty much what it meant was he got all of the sides and didn't have to deal with the turkey.
Yeah.
Because he's like he's the sides guy. He's like I could do
Mashed
without the turkey.
potatoes, dressing.
Yeah, the stuffing, like that stuff all
my God.
qualified.
Stuffing is like the best thing.
I
I
know.
don't like. Never mind. I'm good.
You go on. No, this is important. We need to
You
talk
start
through our
again?
We're
problems.
talking about food.
I don't like celery and stuffing. That's weird to me.
Can't believe it.
It depends for
It
me.
needs to be
Celery!
finely chopped, so it's not too overbearing.
Celery.
That's what Applejack says.
That's what I thought you
Oh.
guys were doing. Celery. From that,
I
my
didn't.
friendship is Gick. I loved that.
It just like if you chop it fine enough, it just gives that little extra
if it's
crunch.
if it is here's my problem, and I agree with it was Saber who said this, right? About
Yes.
celery.
Yeah.
If you have too big of a piece of celery,
Mm-hmm.
forget it. The stuffing's done. Like you have ruined the stuffing.
Celery is disgusting. I don't
It
understand people
is.
who
What?
think it's
What
food.
is wrong with you all? It's probably one of the most neutral foods you can have.
Incorrect.
No,
It has
it's
a
not-
horrible
no,
flavor.
you don't understand. They say that people with big brains and big dicks can detect like the nasty flavors in celery.
Yes, yes. That
Well,
checks out.
in that case, I don't trust. But
Yeah, I'm not sure how you're tasting it then, Saber.
with my dick. No, honestly.
You're eating it the wrong way. You should try. You should
Shit,
try a
I
little
should
oral.
try.
it might work out better for you.
No.
That's
no,
a,
Gabe, I want to see. Celery's got a weird, funky, smelly, like stinky taste to it. Like that's
yes, and there's kind of a like acidic, kind of really weird, bitter aftertaste.
yes,
It really,
yes.
yes. It's just I don't like it.
It doesn't taste like that to me. To me, it just tastes like
Oh,
nothing.
Paleo.
I would eat
Paleo.
celery by myself. By
Are-
wait. Paleo, would you
Are
eat
you a
celery?
super taste?
Yeah.
I would
No.
eat celery too. Listen to these.
With
Listen to these.
with
Listen
a
to these
good
people
picky
who are so picky about their food.
No, shut up.
I-
Bring me 16 ounces of blue cheese to drink, thank you.
Hey,
Shut
let
up.
me science you guys into the wrong camp.
Get him,
I'm-
Gabe.
I actually am officially a super taster. I have 3 times the taste buds of normal people. I can
that.
taast
Says
more
who?
things than most people can,
Prove it.
and I'm telling
Okay,
you,
does it taste subjective?
no.
Mhm.
Wait,
Oh, no.
how do you
Yes, it is.
know that you have
Okay, yeah.
more than me? I've never been tested for. I haven't counted my taste buds, Gabe.
When
Maybe
I
have more
told
than you.
I told the doctor,
He's calling us filthy taste casuals.
I'm calling you tasteless is what I'm calling you. When I
You're
told
tasteless.
when I told the doctor that that all alcohol tasted the same to me, that I hated coffee, that I didn't like the taste of most chocolate unless it was like milk chocolate and stuff like that. He's like, you might be a super taster. He's like, if you're very sensitive to bitter, you might be a super taster. I was like, oh, really? And he's like, yeah. And he did this little litmus thing paper, like colored my tongue. And then he counted the amount of taste buds in like a square centimeter. And he's like, yeah, you're a super taster. You have more taste buds. So you can taste things that most people can't. And I'm telling you, people who can't taste anything.
That makes no
colorblind
sense.
That
Gabe.
makes so much sense, Gabe.
No, it doesn't. How does all alcohol taste the same to a super taster? Shouldn't it be the opposite?
Because the bitter flavor in the alcohol is overwhelming. It overpowers all the other flavors.
Can I ask a genuine question?
What does cilantro taste like to you?
Wait,
I love cilantro.
can I ask a genuine question instead of being pro or con celery?
Yes.
So,
I mean, you could try.
well, I just want to ask Gabe a question. So, is it particularly that you have a hypersensitivity to bitter flavor?
Yes.
Can
But
you
I
have
also-
hypersensitivities to other flavors as well?
I
or-
believe you can. I think bitter's the most common, though. I'm
Okay,
not a
that's
doctor.
interesting.
See, Gabe gets it. I get it too.
Thank you.
I asked
And
the
you know-
cilantro thing because
Yeah,
some
okay.
people actually have a gene to where cilantro
Yeah.
tastes like soap to them.
Mm-hmm.
It does a little bit, but it's good soap.
Soap.
I like soap. Drink that soap.
All right. Shall we
Good
move
discussion,
on?
guys. Good discussion.
The Sunny
liked
Perfect
it.
podcast does not condone the drinking of soap.
Nor Tide Pods. Stay away from those two.
Well, they added bitter flavor to Tide Pods, which is a really jerk move. I thought they were delicious.
So what you're saying is you encourage your consumption of Tide Pods.
What?
What we have learned here is that Gabe is just sensitive.
No,
He's a sensitive boy.
no.
Though he
I'm a stone cold killer.
I'm a sensitive man.
I'm sensitive, man. I will cry while growing a beard.
Welcome to.
What's the next question? What's the next thing?
That was
well,
We're not even at
next
questions yet.
thing on the list.
Are
I
you
got
dying?
2 movies that we can talk about. One is Klaus, and the other is Frozen 2.
Let's do
So
both.
one's a good movie.
Don't even start with me, guy.
Into the unknown.
All right.
song was-
So shall we? Do we want to jump into Klaus or?
Let's knock out Klaus.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna put up spoilers for anybody in the chat that has not seen Klaus and wants to avoid spoilers. We're gonna have the screen up for Klaus. And as long as this is up, that means we may be talking about spoilers when it comes down. So what you can do is you can mute the stream when the screen comes back, or this isn't on the screen. You know that you're good.
Yes.
Same thing we're gonna do for Frozen when we discuss it if you haven't seen it yet and wants to avoid spoilers.
Yes.
So Klaus, we're going to discuss spoilers. Just to be clear, again.
If there was any
Moving
question.
forward. So, what did everyone think of Klaus?
I liked it. It was good.
It's good.
It's
I
one
haven't
of
seen
my
it.
more favorite origin sort of stories of the Christmas traditions and Santa Claus.
I smiled watching this because I really felt like this is a movie I could see myself watching each year
Mhm.
during the season.
Yeah.
Like this is a nice addition to it all.
Yeah, you got
It's,
the Hatfields and the McCoys.
Can I ask a serious question about that?
No.
So, too bad. I'm asking it.
Okay.
So, the only people who live in this area
Yeah.
are the 2 families,
Yes.
the fairy guy, and the only attractive woman in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Where do children come from? Are they inbred? Do they?
The only attractive woman in the whole movie.
they're designed to imply that they are kind of inbred. It's like,
Oh my
Yeah.
Wait, we're getting into this, aren't we?
Well, I'm curious. This is a trope that frequently happens, and I'm just like, how do they have children?
Well, I agree with what Laura's saying. I think we. Well, I think it's time for us to self-reflect as a society. What really is the problem with inbreeding?
Targaryen.
You like your sister, don't you? I knew it.
Yeah, that's why I married Sarah.
Yeah, because she looks just like her. I'm sorry. I'm no filter today.
Judy Hopps and her 126 sisters. So jokes and shit post aside, because that is kind of a weird, point, Laura. I agree. It's kind of weird. But
Once again, it's not. This isn't the only,
yeah.
instance of that. Like that happens commonly in like feud type plots. You
Yeah.
know?
It's a cartoon.
To
I
be
think
to be
there's-
fair, they call it a clan. They don't really call it a family.
Yeah, but they all have the same
Yeah.
last name.
A Clanley.
Do they all have the same?
They
last
probably
name?
like. Well, I mean, people can change their last names.
I didn't
legally.
realize if they did have the same last name. I just didn't pick up on that. I
And
just
they can be-
honestly,
I'm surprised that anybody like town and like marries into the family.
it didn't even occur to me. So I know like
Clanley.
that was some until now. I'm going, oh yeah, but watching it that didn't bother
because
me.
it's just. Cartoon.
I guess it just struck me because it's so like it's hammered in so heavily that it's such an isolated community.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch gears for a second. So the animation is like some of the greatest stuff ever.
Yep. Yep.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that they took 2D and they combined it with 3D elements to make it like one of the best lit movies ever.
Mhm.
Like
Was lit?
it was
Hashtag
lit.
lit.
Hashtag.
Okay, I have not seen this. So
Hashtag
what is
butt
it called
cheeks.
again?
Klaus.
Klaus.
And
It's
what's the
called
debut?
The Santa Claus 2.
Santa.
Oh.
Like it's it's another like Santa like kind of origin story.
So there's inbreeding in the new Santa origin.
Yeah.
All right, I'm all about that life.
What's not
Yeah.
confirmed, but it's a plot.
Just like Rainbow Dash and Applejack aren't a couple. Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I remember seeing the the proof of concept for this like a few years
Mhm.
ago, and like seeing it, and like it looked so amazing. I was like, wow, they need to do an entire movie like this. And now that it's happened, like when I first started watching it, I was like, holy crap! Like
it's surreal. It's
Yeah.
it's so surreal seeing it.
it's like 2D that looks 3D.
Wait,
So
isn't that
stylized.
Spider-Verse?
No,
it's-
2D is 3D that looks 2D.
Yes.
2D is 3D that looks okay. I'm
There's
confused.
so many
Tutti
Ds.
Frutti.
Spider Verse
It's-
is 3D that
That's what
looks
she said.
like 2D.
Yeah.
And then
2D
Klaus
that
is 2D that
Looks like
is
3D.
rendered
That
to look
is.
like 3D. Kind of like Roger Rabbit times like 10.
It's so
He wants
it's so
3D.
clean.
Yeah.
Gabe, it's
Yeah.
it's frame by frame like traditional animated stuff, but with 3D like compositing over.
Oh,
it.
so sort of like Beauty and the Beast or Tarzan, except for
Yes,
like the whole
yes.
movie.
But
That's
the way they use the lighting and the texturing, it makes it look like it's a 3D model. It's trippy, and it's
I
really
love that. So that actually has a name.
I'll
They
send
use
you
it in Treasure Planet very heavily. Apparently, it's difficult. I don't remember rotoscoping or something.
Yeah, it's not exactly like those movies.
Well, I'm just confused.
Watch
Yeah,
it.
so I would just say watch it, and you'll see what we mean.
Watch it, Gabe. Watch.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix, so I can watch it. I don't
Yeah,
watch a lot
yeah.
of theater because I don't.
Yeah, this had a limited theatrical release.
There, Gabe. There's a
Right.
screenshot that I put in the chat room so you can see.
Yeah.
The whole
Claire's
movie
sister,
looks
her
like
aunt
that.
Cilantro tastes
But yeah,
like
no,
soap.
it is a absolutely
whoa, I love that.
beautiful movie.
Yeah, it's
too.
very, very pretty.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, what that looks like, that's not concept art. That's like moving in
what
the
it-
movie.
Yeah. That's what the movie looks like.
Okay, I want to see that. Oh, that's beautiful. So it's 3D that looks 2D. It's the okay. I get it now.
It's 2D that looks 3D.
Yeah,
No,
2D
it's,
looks
no. Okay,
It's,
sorry.
yeah.
2D
Alright.
rendered in 3D to look 2D.
I think we're all on the same page.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah, I liked this movie a lot, and it was good.
Yep. So
Yeah.
so on the spoiler side of things, I think my only
The only
my only like because like I really give this movie a good grade.
Yeah.
But there is, they have their moment of main character gets, I guess you could
Yeah.
say, caught,
disappoints
disappoints everyone
Yeah.
that about. But to me, it felt too easy that everyone got mad at him. Like
Yeah.
They were very sensitive about it.
like oh my gosh, you did this for this reason, and to me, I'm like, well,
And then like
So
he even was just
even-
like, it started that way, but like it's not like that anymore. And then they
They
just
just
don't
didn't
give a
care.
shit.
Yeah, I feel like
It's such a
that
tropey
with a
thing
little
that
bit,
happens.
yeah, I feel like with a little bit more polish, that scene wouldn't have bugged me as much. You know, I just think there was a little bit more to it. I even thought like maybe because like they have that whole like, oh, we faked him out type of thing that happens in this movie.
Yeah.
I feel like they maybe could have incorporated the fake out with that too. But that was it. I mean, that was outside of everything else I enjoyed, and you know, it's a new story. It's a very fresh telling of, like you said, the origin of you know, Santa and all that. So I thought it was a lot of fun. And yeah, I dug it.
I think my one
Digged it.
problem with it is slightly different from your one problem with it.
Yeah.
Because the trope that I am personally very sick of is the, I guess I pseudo brought it up earlier, is the, you know, male protagonist ends up with the only attractive female character in the whole movie, even though they have absolutely no chemistry. So that really bothered me a lot, because I was like, man, like, you know, if for whatever reason, like either Klaus or Jesper was a female, they would have made them be together. And like, at least they had chemistry. But it's like, why couldn't you just have the chemistry between friends be the main relationship and not have him be with the only attractive woman in the movie?
Because they
Like,
need more genes in the gene pool.
I'm afraid I'm at the shallow end of the gene.
That's actually.
You know what? You're right. You know what? I'll take it right back for that. Because the two clans were just like, guys, listen, we need to diversify our genetics. So can you please just bang and have like 2 kids, and we'll be good to go for the next 30 years.
We are on into another movie concept. The town puts out fake calls for a male and female to be brought to town. They must be used as the brood parents for a new generation of oh my god.
That's fucking terrifying.
That is awful. That's like fucking bone tomahawk shit right there. Oh,
that's almost worse.
Good Christmas movie for the
You're enjoying your snacks.
God.
A really good movie, bro.
He's eating celery.
I can detect it with my super tongue.
You guys are great.
Is there anyone else that wants to?
I dropped it.
Oh no! That wants to give their 2 cents on Klaus?
Yes,
Oh,
it looks really pretty.
all right.
It
thank
does.
you.
It certainly does.
And Jesper is like a modern. Jesper reminds me a lot of Cusco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I
A lot
even
of
looked
people
up to see if it was the same voice actor.
Yeah.
No, you know who his voice actor is though? Here we
I
go.
looked it up and I forgot.
So
Spyro.
is anyone familiar with Neo Yokio, Jaden Smith's Netflix anime?
Oh god.
No.
What?
I haven't watched it.
Because
I know
the guy
of it.
who
Sounds
does
like
the
a
voice
meme.
of Jesper is the voice actor of like kind of the antagonist character. What's his
You
name?
serious?
Archangelo.
Oh my
In that?
god.
The Archangel.
It's Archangelo.
Are you for real?
I am not even joking, because I started watching this movie. I'm like, I know that voice. Like, I know him from something very specific. So I looked him up, and I like
Laura!
some things were like kind of familiar. I was like, no, that's not it. And then I kept scrolling. I was like, oh, that's the one.
I love
my
it.
god, it's Archangelo.
Because in all the things that like, I mean, like I watch a lot of shitty stuff, but Laura, like,
Don't even call it shitty.
I'm not going to, but like,
Oh my god.
Neo Yokio
I can't believe you.
is awful. So
It's amazing.
It sounds like a meme. I think you guys are making this up.
It's very memey, but it's a show on Netflix that Jaden Smith made, and it's an anime for no reason.
He
And-
didn't make it. He doesn't know how to animate.
No, he was like behind it, and he is the main character. It's not
Well,
even like
I-
a character; it's just him,
Go. That's being born into something
and it's
right there.
spectacular. It's very self-aware. It knows exactly what it is, and it plays it up like to 110. I love it.
Nice.
That being said, it's ridiculous and stupid, but I love it so much.
That's why I would love it.
Huh. Okay. We just got a super chat.
Yeah, let me switch screens real quick.
Yeah, so we're gonna pull out of the Klaus spoilers. So we're no longer.
I mean, we
discussing
should be talking
Klaus.
about the Neo Yokio Christmas special, Pink Christmas.
We're gonna watch it this year, hun.
I'm gonna watch it this year.
Okay.
I'm surprised I haven't watched it yet. I could be doing that right now.
So
Alright,
we
see you
got.
guys.
Bye.
Oh no, we got a super chat from Zmuggen37 says, "Hello, is anyone see Lady Gaga in Miami next year? Hope you have a wonderful Christmas, all."
Anyone seeing Lady Gaga?
I
Miami?
literally don't care about any celebrities except for Chris Pratt.
That does not answer the question at all. Good.
Yes, it does. The
So
answer is
cool.
no, because I don't care about any celebrities.
How expensive would that show be
To make or to watch?
to watch?
Oh, I don't know the answer to that question.
Let's
Or the
say
other
it was
question.
Conferred to the
Let's
internet.
book some tickets. Get the whole semi-perfect podcast crew, except Gabe with his
Who
super
doesn't
tongue.
care?
About anybody except for Chris Pratt.
Oh wait,
Wait.
is it the Super Bowl concert? Is that what's being asked about?
I don't care about any sport.
No, I mean she already performed at the Super Bowl.
She did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
she lost the
a,
game.
like a few years ago.
Did she lose?
It says Lady Gaga set Super Bowl 2020 concert in Miami. 2020.
I thought the Super Bowl was racist.
Yeah.
Okay. So then she's never mind.
Okay.
Was it,
What?
The Super Bowl sicko mode or something?
We're putting so much effort into finding out the prices for this, aren't we?
Yeah, I've given up.
Okay, we've given up. We tried. We gave it an effort. But yeah. So now shall we discuss? Okay, first off, who here in the in the podcast has not seen Frozen 2?
Matt, have you seen it?
He's
muted. Okay.
he's muted. We are going to discuss 2. So Matt, if you hear us, that's your warning. And if you don't hear us, then God be with you. So we're going to put up a spoiler screen for Frozen 2. We're going to discuss it. I'm kind of curious because I think this movie's got different opinions all around.
Really?
As far as how people feel about it. So
I have
so
super
from this
strong
point. From this point forward, we will be discussing spoilers for Frozen 2. If you want to avoid them, again, once the spoiler screen goes down, you can mute us. Once the spoiler screen goes down, you will be safe to come back in and not have spoilers. All right. So, Frozen 2 spoilers proceeding from this point forward. Who wants to take the floor?
Whoa.
What?
I'm messing with you. Frozen 2 seemed like it was going in 2 different directions. Because, like, I don't know. Part of it felt like I like the idea of Elsa having this greater calling where, like, Anna eventually being put in charge of the kingdom. That made sense. Elsa just never seemed like she was comfortable with the position, that there's just something out there calling her. That being said, though, I gotta say, all those elements that were like calling out to her, I thought they'd be more of like forces of nature.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Like giant foes of like these things will be. You have to, like, 'cause I know that the horse one she tamed it, and
Or benders.
Are we talking about
Froze it.
now?
Frozen 2. But like, I don't know. I guess it seemed like those elements rolled over so easily for her, except for like the water one, and I guess the earth ones were just stone mountains. I don't know.
They were just stupid.
Whoa.
Like
whoa.
all
we all
Earth
started
things.
talking about Frozen 2 without me.
Without,
Oh
yeah,
my
didn't
God.
let us know.
I thought you were here.
Let us
I
know. Let
messaged
us know.
the
Let us
chat.
know.
She actually went to go watch that anime. What are you talking about? She told us she was
Like,
leaving.
hey, since you're spoiling Klaus, go away. And I was like, all right, bye. And then no one said anything.
No. Oh my. All right. Start
Well, I
from the
just
beginning.
put in the chat that we were talking about Frozen 2.
I have things to say about.
Yeah.
I have things to say. So for
Yeah.
one, I thought it was. Well, I really like. Man, every time I say I liked it, I want to say it the way Steven does because that's like I liked it. It was okay. So I saw it in LA with Claire Corlett, and it was first of all, there was some really like the scene. I can spoilers, right? I can spoilers.
Mhm.
So
Yes,
the
yes.
scene where Kristoff is singing his Lost in the Woods, and like it was such a parody of like Disney Channel, and it was so self-aware, and Claire and I were dying the whole time,
was
and
so
no one
good.
else was laughing.
That's Gabe.
I was like,
There he is.
like
There he is.
my audience was silent during that.
yes. I was like, do they
Because-
not get it?
No, I got
No, ours
it.
was
I
fine.
got it. I
I
hated
was
that part.
So did
I'm
we.
with you, Paleo.
Because I thought it was
honestly.
just out of nowhere and like
Yep.
it just didn't like.
Dude, you
Oh
guys
my
are
gosh.
talking about my favorite part of the movie right now.
Dude, me. That was
Straight
that
up.
was our favorite part.
Like
What?
Kristoff is worse than Olaf to me.
Mhm.
I like
Sarah-
the.
So
Sarah-
Olaf was
opinion.
hilarious in the movie.
I like
I
the.
love-
oh,
I love
Olaf was
Olaf.
amazing.
I've
I
always
liked him in the
liked
first one. Yeah, me too. But
Anna
okay,
was
so
worse than Kristoff.
in terms of plot, I had a
Yeah.
few little things that I was just kind of like, okay, so I understood like the forces of nature thing. What I didn't get is they're like, okay, so you got this little fire salamander, and he's like the fire element. The rocks are the giants, are the land, creature representing land power. Then there was the water horse, Gale. I thought it was going to be like a hummingbird or something. No, it was just.
It's just wind.
I was like,
Yeah.
wait, why? And then
They
why
couldn't really think of
salamander
it.
for fire? I was like,
Salamander for fire because actually those two are
Yeah, those two are
In
But
mythology, those
like-
go hand in hand.
because apparently whenever they light fires on trees back in the day,
Claire says
salamander
it's a
was-
classic Chicago style ballad. How can you not laugh? And I agree, even though I don't know what.
I thought
Like even Queen, like Bohemian Rhapsody, sort of. In there
Oh,
with
yeah.
the reindeer.
If I had a
Mine-
problem with anything, though, honestly, if I had like a problem that stood out that wasn't specific to story, it was the first time and every time Elsa heard, "Oh!" It was way too loud. Way too loud. They should have buried it. It should have been quiet, and it should have gotten louder the closer she got. It really kind of jumped out into your face, and that bothered me.
I was waiting for the immigrant song to start every time. I was
Oh, Claire says Olaf.
I was watching a review and point out apparently that those notes are in Stairway to Heaven by Led.
Claire says
apparently-
Olaf was.
too.
Claire says Olaf was 10 times funnier because he made death jokes. Kids need to learn that death is hilarious.
Yeah.
He made a joke about being impaled in the first movie.
He did. I
Yeah.
didn't
See, that works so
And
well.
now I'm
too,
talking
because it's
about
just
dying.
so
Samantha.
on its own that like it worked. I think it was a little too much of him being like, I don't know. You know what? I started talking.
He was
I should just
existential.
start from the
Existential
beginning.
Olaf.
So I really loved the first 20 minutes and last 45 minutes of this movie. Like, loved them.
Okay.
Like, it was like perfection for me. The stuff I didn't care for was like the 30 or so minutes of the Kristoff and Olaf show in the middle. That just didn't seem like it had anything to do with anything and was kind of just filler. Like, my preference for this would have been to take that first 20 minutes and last 45 minutes, squish it together, make a TV pilot, and do like what they did with Tangled, and have like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the like Elsa and Anna's nature adventures moving forward. Because then it would have taken out like the Kristoff song. Sorry, Gabe, I know, but it would have taken out the Olaf song, and it would have been just
rude.
focused on like Elsa and Anna figuring out where Elsa's powers came from, and Anna taking over rule of Arendelle, and them like
Equestria.
figuring
Okay.
out where they're supposed to be, and then being like, oh cool, now we can start this new adventure that's going to be a cool series about like how nature is going to affect like the kingdom and like how we're going to deal with it and like all these new fun things that we can do. But nope, Disney has to get their sweet Frozen box office money, and here we are.
Did anybody think that the Kristoff clone that was in the movie, like, did anybody think that like those two were like actually going to get together and
Yes!
like forget about Anna,
Right?
Like, I like you.
Like they have so much chemistry.
But hit the brakes. I want to say something real fast. Something that bothered me because this movie had a really bizarre combination of world building where I liked the magical like fantasy realm of it all. Why was it 1 mile away from the castle though?
Yeah.
It felt like they were walking.
It was very close, like around the corner, and there it is, and we've never been there before.
They don't
Whoa,
explore
there.
very much out of Arendelle. They're like, guys.
that's-
Well, it's foggy. It's like don't step into the fog. There's a force
To
field.
be fair, like Elsa and Anna only just left the actual castle like 2 years ago, so
Still, the retroactive thing of like, oh, it's grandpa, white man's evil. Up, and then you've got like the village of people living like coexisting with like the what's the name of the town again?
Arendelle.
Soldiers. That doesn't make sense. It's like, what? Did I miss something there? When they're like, oh, we're surrounded by the villagers. Oh wait, there's the Arendelle soldiers, but they're friends. What happened? Like, why
they
are
were
they
stuck there for like 37 years.
Why would the soldiers kill the bad guys then? Like, that's
Is it me
They weren't
now that I
bad
think
guys.
about this? Like, why did they go through the trouble of building an entire dam if they were just
Exactly.
right. No, there's a lot of logistical
that's
problems with that. Where
Part
it's
of
like,
the weakening of the
The
land,
people?
though.
I'm sorry.
The river is
Okay.
cut off.
Mhm.
Like
You're
it's
right.
quote unquote
Mhm.
weakening the spirits or whatever. I don't know.
no, it's stupid.
Water.
My water heart can't move because of the stone wall. If only it was a stone giant, it could break it. Darn, it's stupid. I'm sorry.
Water,
It's just-
so they really
also-
like.
Well, okay, but Elsa woke up these spirits apparently. Like they've been hibernating, and when she did her, yes, just watch the fucking movie again.
I
You know
don't
what?
know.
You know what?
Like when
Why didn't we just kill off Elsa
Shut up.
and then
I'm
everything-
listening to Sarah.
Okay,
Excuse me.
At the end of Into the Unknown, she does her whole thing where these specks of the elements come out, and like that's like the moment where shit starts going down, and that's when she like literally told Anna, "I think I woke the magical spirits of the forest," and like Anna's like, "What?" And like there is some like you can say they're bullshit, but there are some explanations that they try to put in.
Okay, fine. I guess my
Hey,
Sorry, go ahead,
Laura,
go ahead.
do
Yeah?
you mind if Claire has a small rebuttal to your thing a ding ding about the song that
No,
you
it's
hated?
absolutely. I mean, like honestly,
I-
like it's just my opinion. So like,
Oh,
she's
yes, but
obviously welcome to have her own opinion as well.
yes, but her opinion is right. So let me read
Oh
it.
my god, we're one of those.
I'm
she
kidding.
looked
I'm
it pretty
kidding.
well,
I'm kidding. I'm
actually.
kidding. No, she's not. No, she says the time to sing. This is a quote from Bob Foss. The time to sing is when your emotional level is just too high to speak anymore, and the time to dance is when your emotions are too strong to only sing about how you feel. And she said that's what the middle chunk was all about. Kristoff is in love. Time to sing. Olaf is learning on his own. Time to sing about it. Then Olaf dies somewhere, so you need a song for that too. It can't all be the Elsa show.
No, I get that.
Man,
I totally respect that. I
I'm
don't
gonna-
agree
I'm
with
gonna
it, but I
take us-
respect it.
I'm gonna take us on another
Have
tangent.
to agree with it.
So Sarah is somebody who actually likes listening to the songs before she sees movies.
It only
Oh wow.
only for some. Like, okay, but I listened to Into the Unknown for the first time on accident because I was playing like there's Pandora Radio and I was playing Disney songs and they had the Panic at the Disco version of it play and I'm like, should I skip it? But then I'm like, shit, man, this thing it's a bop, so I don't want to turn it off. So I like
It is a bop.
It hit. I'd never heard it. It hit me so
And-
hard in the theater when everything just bang, like that. I was like, what?
But that was the song, right? That out of context.
Out of context, a couple of the songs that Elsa sings, it almost kind of seems like the siren was like maybe a lover, but
her
it's
fuck buddy.
no. But
Well,
like,
that's
wow,
called a mother effer.
yeah, okay, but like out of context, I was like, huh. But then I was like, no, it's Disney. They're not going to do anything, and they didn't. And I do acknowledge the fact that this movie was very much of Elsa like falling, like loving herself.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Oh,
a
yeah.
lot of people went into this movie from the time Frozen ended and people started talking about a sequel. Not everyone, but a lot of people were standing for they gotta give Elsa a girlfriend. They have to
I
do it.
know.
And they didn't. And didn't you tell me that there were people that actually were a little miffed about that?
I mean,
Oh,
yeah,
that doesn't
I mean,
surprise
there's gonna
me at
be
all,
people
though.
I mean,
who are mad.
we were
You know
talking
what's
about
more
that's
important
Klaus.
than giving Elsa a girlfriend is having Elsa actually be like confident in herself and comfortable in
Yeah.
her own skin.
No, that's
Yeah,
another
and that's
big
what
thing
the
that
herself
people
for the
struggle
past
with.
19 years.
And that's
No,
what
no, she was her
that-
insecurity is a huge part of her, her character and her,
If we're talking about
blaming
insecurity,
herself for everything
Yeah,
that's going wrong.
absolutely.
Like, I can relate to that. So it was nice to see her gain some self-confidence and realize, you're not selfish for being confident in who you are. Like, that's a different type of representation, but it's just as important, I think. So I agree.
Disney. No, fuck them when they do this stupid. no, hear me. When they do these stupid like, oh, we have a gay couple in ours. It's like these two guys holding hands or something. It's like, shut up. Like,
it doesn't.
Like either,
Beauty and the Beast.
Either let up or shut
it's-
up. Like that pisses me off when they write this fence where it's like, oh, we feature a very
Okay, well,
gay,
like I
progressive-
wasn't trying to disagree with.
No, Sarah, how dare you?
Yes, you were.
I was
No.
saying that the writers for Frozen 2 did a good job where they didn't, fall for that pitfall of like, having to, do
Please
the
the
thing.
fans.
Yeah, please the fans.
Yeah.
They knew that this
I'm
the
glad
story
you're
that they
fan.
wanted where they wanted
I respect
Elsa
that.
to
I respect that a lot.
find
I
confidence
mean,
in
the
herself.
way that Elsa and Anna were like together, I mean, I thought we were gonna get some Wincest in here.
Oh my God,
That's
so
coming in the
hard.
trequel.
No, they
I mean, we were
addressed
talking about
that at the
incest
end.
with Klaus, so I was like, I mean, yeah, on Elsa, yeah, like you have Kristoff off with his Kristoff
Palio's
clothes.
been on that Rule 34 site again.
Fuck you.
No,
You
they
want me to read
addressed.
Bible verses.
They addressed there not being a third movie in the movie when Olaf was like, "Oh, are we done?"
No,
and
they're
Elsa's
not.
like, "Yeah, we're done.
That giant pile of money is gonna say otherwise.
I want my 2D animated series. God damn it!"
I have not looked actually. I was gonna try to check it out today, but how is this movie doing?
It's
Money.
made $20 billion.
I don't know. I mean, like Box Office Mojo's site is like so stupid now that it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Didn't it get taken over by IMDb or something?
Nah,
Yeah.
Oops.
sucks to suck.
It used to be so easy to just read. I don't. Web developers
say
suck.
a thing now.
Yeah. Hi, Hero.
I mean,
Like, this
worldwide,
has been
Frozen
an
2 has 750.
insanely dense conversation. I've been trying to find a spot to jump in. I'm like, damn, y'all are just talking.
All right, we're gonna move on. Here.
Welcome to Type A Personality Podcast.
Uh-huh. I had to step away for like a quick second at the beginning.
Yo, that reminds me of something, by the way.
I know, right? Did you guys talk about Anna being like clingy to Elsa? Because that's a complaint.
Right?
I love Anna. I like.
No, okay, so I'm gonna have to disagree with that. That's a complaint I've heard a lot of people say. So clearly there's something there. But I
Yeah.
think at the same time, like I think to the specific like the scene where she's like, if you don't want me to jump into fire, then don't jump into fire. Like,
Yeah, I like
that's
that.
That's your real sibling. And she's,
Follow
like,
you
putting
into
her
fire.
life-
Yeah.
Yeah, she's putting her life in danger over and over and over again. You don't want to lose your one and only sister. right?
No, she
That doesn't
cares
seem
about her.
clingy.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem clingy to me. That seems.
I agree. If you're worried that she's going to get hurt, and she has, by the way, once before, you're going to try to protect her. That's kind of what I saw in that.
And I mean, like, Elsa's all Anna has, like, for family. Is, I mean, like, there's Kristoff, but, like, Elsa is.
So Elsa's all she has.
I know, but I mean, like,
Damn.
there's a difference between sisters and a person that you
I
met
didn't-
that
Is
you'll
there?
fall in
I
love
didn't
with.
feel the clinginess. I really didn't. I just felt the sisterly bond, honestly.
Yeah.
My name's Bond.
No, I get that,
Sisterly
and like
bond.
especially just considering like what they had already been through and like trying to repair all of that at the same time. I can totally like get what you're saying, Hero.
Also into the
You
unknown.
So. We've got a.
I'm gonna. Man, I really think that song's better than "Let It Go." I gotta be honest.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
good. Let It Go is amazing, but I really like Into the Unknown.
Yeah.
Like,
Into
if
the
she's
unknown!
like, Into the unknown. Once she hit
Yes.
Into the unknown.
I know.
That's my girl, Alpha.
was like-
Oh my god.
Alphaba! You said, I love you.
I'm
Let's
I'm gonna
kiss.
say an opinion.
Uh-huh.
No.
The chorus is the only good part of that song.
But that's the point. I mean, not really. I'm like, okay, no. But where it comes in the movie, and from someone who has absolutely like no idea how that plot was going to go, it's like, oh, here's a song because there has to be a song, and here's another one, here's another one, and then she's like, oh, here's another song. It's my song. Here we go, and it's my song. Into the unknown, and I was like, oh, there it is. This is where they actually tried to like, okay, now we have to write a good song. And halfway through is when it'll become good, and that's when it hit. Yes.
I don't think
Oh,
Twilight
Twilight
is good in that song. I think some of the musical designers had to do in that song I thought was actually excellent. I was I was legit like shivering. I was like, woo! Like, because the chord progression is just major, major, minor, major, which is like a super common chord progression. But like on that last major, they threw in the minor lead, and I was like, ooh, who does that, right? I was like, that's awesome. But I get how not everyone would care about that. But I think that song is straight up.
Also,
I love Let It Go though. So
also, I'm gonna say, as far as like the best soundtrack from a Walt Disney Animation Studios movie this decade, it's still Moana for me. Like, I listened to that like so much.
Wait, Moana?
My boy Lin-Manuel.
Yeah, that was really catchy.
I have to be honest, man. Paleo and I are just gonna have a lot of different opinions. I literally, because I just got a new subwoofer, I listened to You're Welcome today. I was like, this is not.
What can I?
It sounds like it's out of a YouTube poop.
Yep.
Definitely a good song.
I like Olaf's song in Frozen 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where things are. I'm young and stupid.
By the way, Frozen 2 has made 750 million worldwide so far.
Nice.
So, okay.
And about 300 million domestic.
So it's not
Wait,
like
wait. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, for real. Paleo and I are gonna fight today. You said only the chorus is good. What about the that part?
I'm going to trust a guy who doesn't eat ketchup.
Real talk. That part, if you listen to it again, I got like legit chills because like I don't know how to explain it, but like Elsa goes like and then the siren repeats
Yeah,
and then like
that's not part of the chorus.
No, that's a.
No,
I mean, the only time I like, I'm talking about anytime she.
Like the first time it's
Yeah.
Then Anna goes or Elsa goes and then the siren faster this time goes and then they meet up and both start singing chords together the third time. And I was like, that's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like
Okay,
the siren is calling
so-
out to her. It's one with her. And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
that's
what I
so
mean is
good.
that the entire like first part of that song, I don't like it.
That's
I don't
the-
remember it.
that's a
But I won't. Shine like a shadow while others turn.
Oh wait, I do know what I get.
yeah. Yeah.
I've had my adventures. I don't need something new. I am afraid of what I'm missing if I follow you into the unknown.
I like how they rehashed the song that opened Frozen 1. And they're like, hey, remember how this existed?
I was
That's what they were
wondering
doing.
if they did that.
You know
Because
what
when
I'm
I was
talking
listening to it in the theater, I was like, is this a minor version of the motif from You Want to Build a Snowman? Because it like sort of sounds like it, but at the same time not. But at the same time, it's the same instrumentation. I was like, that's kind of neat if that's what they were going for. Also, some of the music in this movie, I was like, this is not like easy listening at all. These are like really complex like musical structures.
Hell yeah, it's awesome.
But it was kind of cool, though.
Duh.
And also, last thing about the music, I really like the music in this movie, by the way.
Because it's
But,
good.
I think it was the second song when there was just like all the guys and girls just singing about how happy they were and everything was cool or whatever. Honestly, that song sounds like a My Little Pony song. That's all I could think of in the theater.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it's straight out of
Morning in Ponyville shimmers.
That's really what it sounded like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we have to have a song here because we do.
It's a musical.
Take
I
that,
thought it was
Dave.
really, I thought it was really stupid because that song ended with like everyone just saying like the world is good, and then Anna like at the end was like way too late. Was, like,
Maybe that's why I like the Moana soundtrack better, because what Gabe said is like we have to have a song here because we do. Like Moana's like it feels like they only had a song when they needed to.
Yes.
So you don't like musicals, is what you're saying?
We got a couple of super chats related to Frozen.
Anime Guy 01 Gabe, Into the Unknown cover.
Okay, so let me tell y'all, I was actually gonna do an Into the Unknown this week, and then I decided I'm so sick of doing YouTube covers and getting demonetized. So I'm instead just gonna I did like this question thing. I just recorded. I read a bunch of requests and I did them as I read them. And I have an hour and a half of footage I have to go through, and I'm not really sure how it'll turn out, but we'll see. If that doesn't turn out, I'll do Into the Unknown cover in like 2 weeks or so.
Everyone's rooting against you right now. Well, not everyone, but at least a couple. If they want the Into the Unknown cover, they're like, I hope the other one doesn't work out. Yeah. BW Rosas is asking, do you believe Elsa is more than human now?
Yeah.
More human than human.
Is she a spirit?
She's the Avatar.
She basically is the Avatar.
As soon as they said those 4 elements at the beginning, I was like, so we're Avatar, okay.
Right?
The link between the spirits.
Yeah, Saber made that joke in his video.
Yeah.
Heart.
Oh. Well, I don't want to.
And I don't feel so good.
Oh my God.
I was so convinced that he was Anna, I don't. And then he's like, I don't think Elsa's okay. And I'm like, shit.
I don't feel so good.
Even more about song. Whatever Anna's spoiler screen is up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
When Anna, it's not like I hope so. When Anna lost Elsa, like Elsa got frozen in the Gullah Gullah Island, wherever the hell she was.
Yeah.
But and then Anna was like by herself because Olaf died basically. The first like 4 lines of her song were like mega depressing. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, her song is like definitely about like overcoming severe depression and loss. Like it was a lot. And I was like, damn, this is the one that's gonna make me cry. This one?
Actually, I didn't cry or get teary-eyed, but like I felt the emotion with Anna's song. That one was the most, I guess it resonated the most with her character and what she was going through. I felt bad for Anna. I felt like she's just chasing Elsa. She's like, what the fuck's going on? I'm just trying to keep my loved ones from dying. And Elsa's like, what's the big deal? I'm gonna go ride off on a horse. You know, it's just
It's like you can't stop me.
Yeah.
All right.
A good character. I know we already said it.
Does anybody have anything else they want to say about Frozen 2?
That was a movie with snowflakes in it.
Yeah.
Although it has a more muted color palette, I still thought it was beautiful color-wise.
Yo, I love the color palette. Oh my God.
My favorite scene was the water scene at the end with the giant snowflake.
I was like, see, you can still make muted colors while still making something colorful.
Yeah, pay attention, My Little Pony movie.
Wow, we're just calling everyone out right now. Marvel.
Literally every other movie.
Right.
Real life.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull down the 2 spoilers
Our pants.
and our pants.
You guys are wearing pants?
So from this point forward, we will not be discussing Frozen spoilers. We are coming up near the end of our dealio. So we're gonna jump into Q&A right now, and we'll go for probably about 15 minutes. Take us to about 10 minutes after the hour as projected. I remember wasn't it the last podcast where we're like, yeah, we'll go to this point, and then we ended up going for like 40 minutes. But that was good. It was a good podcast. Not that I'm biased. But if you'd like to submit questions, Sarah just posted it. You can use the hashtag. Also, if you'd like question prioritized, which means that there won't be a chance that we'll miss it due to the amount of questions we get and time, you could send us a super chat. We will not only make sure that we answer that question, but we also devote a little bit of extra time and energy into it as well. So, yeah. Should we see if any...
I don't know why I felt the need to.
It was just so quiet that it just made it.
It did.
She's so cute.
Ozzyal's got a question. Asking,
he
did anyone got a Black Friday or Cyber Monday shopping online?
Nope.
I
got a
told my
Google
brother.
Home.
I got a subwoofer.
Ooh.
I will Google Home as well and see what I get.
I got a wireless keyboard and mouse.
Told my
That's
brother
fun.
to wait to buy his super awesome laptop at January of this year until Cyber Monday, and he went on the website and he got $50 off, so he didn't buy it.
Thanks,
I-
Cyber Monday.
I bought an external hard drive,
Yeah.
8 terabytes. I'm gonna get rid of all the CDs that are.
I need
Googled
one of
Home.
those.
Use up so much space.
I got home.
I got home.
Yeah.
I am looking, like I said, to actually replace my laptop. Yay! So
Oh my gosh, Christian, you bought 57 ice packs? Why?
Wait, didn't you
Why?
replace your laptop? Like, weren't we supposed to spill coffee on your laptop at Saberspark?
Yeah, we were supposed to sabotage your laptop or something.
oh, you were gonna do that?
Yeah.
Thank you for not, because I would have lost. I think I was in the middle of working on something important.
I remember that moment. We were at the hotel or something. And I was just looking over the laptop like a baby in a cradle, and I was like, I could end it right now.
Why was a baby in a cradle? Why is that what you chose?
Because of the movie. That's a trope in the movie, I think.
Because it's
He
a
thinks.
helpless creature that's
Yeah.
The laptop's like, and I was holding a
It's not even a baby, it's like an old man.
Is this Benjamin Button?
The CD drive was just screaming at me. I feel like it was my civic duty to do something.
oh no,
Gotta
man.
pull the plug on it. Literally.
Right.
No meow.
What are you're pressing buttons?
I just am trying to see the chat at all times because of this new layout.
Don't like it.
Being weird. All right, let's
All right, hit refresh.
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 Yes. Okay, let's see here.
Okay.
Here's a Thanksgiving related question from Nathaniel asking, favorite dessert to have on Thanksgiving?
Nathaniel Brown?
No, not that one.
I was going to be like, what's he doing listening to this podcast? I didn't give him permission to come out of his room.
Mm.
Yeah,
What was
I'll
the
be
question?
basic and say pumpkin pie.
you'll say pumpkin?
Yeah.
Favorite dessert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quail eggs.
Like,
I just
my
meant-
favorite dessert doesn't change when it's Thanksgiving.
Okay.
I always want to have creme brulee, always.
For Thanksgiving, I'm gonna say pecan. Pecan
Oh yeah,
pie.
pecan
there.
pie.
Do you say pecan?
Yeah.
Pecan pie. Yeah.
It's Pekingese.
Yeah. What would
My-
you call it?
My aunt makes chocolate eclair.
Ooh.
Do you eat it?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Wait, Race, would you eat it?
Chocolate
would you
eclair?
eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that doesn't give us any sort of tiebreaker then. Never mind.
No.
Good try though.
No. I love chocolate and eclairs. Gabe wouldn't eat it because he doesn't like chocolate.
Well, it depends. I can
You
be
still like the
persuaded.
taste,
I don't like chocolate by itself. Certain chocolate in certain things, I can tolerate the bitter.
The bitter.
Le
Yeah.
The bitter.
bitter.
Gabe just doesn't like food because it's too bitter.
I don't like
Too
food.
human and he's not human.
Shh. I told you that in confidence.
So, we have a question from Christian asking, Gabe, what would you like me to do with 57 ice packs I bought?
Wow.
that's
I would say, first of all, you need to rethink how you spend your money. Unless you got a really good deal on them, in which case you didn't pay anything for them because they're. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. That's
Are they-
mean. I shouldn't be so mean to the merch people. I'm not a merch. Oh, of course I would. Of course I would. Oh, sorry. I'm responding to a text out loud. Yes, I would.
Your concentration is not.
I know.
on
No,
things.
Claire said, "Wait, you wouldn't eat a chocolate Claire?" with a sad face.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
All right, dad jokes.
Yeah, seriously. Okay, sorry, I can't read this right. Wait, what were we talking about? Oh, the ice
I
packs.
appreciated your question.
Dude. That is a hilarious picture. I don't know. I'm not as clever as I pretend. You could make a bag out of them and then fill it with chicken. And it could be a frozen chicken bag, then you could patent it.
Oh man.
Oh, I should put that meat in the freezer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man,
You
look
could
at that,
also
solving problems
put your
across the
meat in the
nation.
freezer. I guess that helps sometimes if it's
I'd love to
inflamed.
put my meat in the freezer.
I wonder if there's a place you can.
I have done that. It's cold.
donate them to. Are they like the medical ice packs? Like that you
Yes.
put on a boo boo?
Okay, so Monique has lots of fun and exciting ideas for merchandise, and
Mm-hmm.
that was one of them. We should do
Oh,
this.
I didn't realize that's. I thought it was just generic ice packs that we were
Oh no,
talking about.
dude, no dudette. We sell ice packs in the Creamer Brown store with the word "put some ice on it." It's delightfully ironic.
Oh, I'm gonna die.
Well,
Coincidental.
if she's the one fronting the money for this stuff, what's the?
Oh.
What a good idea. Christian, I love that you bought those ice packs. I think it's hilarious. Don't let my making fun of you discourage you. I make fun of you because I consider you a friend. Good man. Eat those ice packs. Don't. I'm sure they're poisonous.
Maybe donate them to someplace. I don't know what.
No one will want them. I would say don't donate them. Definitely keep them. Make a small lamp. Like get a transparent lamp and fill it with
All these ideas are just horrendous. We're gonna just move on.
Yeah.
Super.
Thank you.
We got a super chat again from BW Rosa. Saying that right? You think after 15 years I'd figure out how to say it properly. What was your first reaction to the Sparity relationship in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and how it was set up in Best Gift Ever and episode 26? Oh, these are two questions, so we'll stop there.
What's happening?
What was your first reaction to the Sparity relationship in MLP?
I
no.
don't think there's a relationship.
There is not.
It said it was.
Spike?
BW says it was set up in Best Gift Ever.
It was.
I thought it was set up in
prolonged.
like the first episode.
Yeah, it was prolonged in Best Gift Ever, which kind of felt really forced because it was just Spike continuing to be going after Rarity, even though she has never once expressed interest.
Oh, Rarity! I love what I can't have.
And it's like
Guys.
at that point for Best Gift Ever, I kind of thought we had moved past that as
Right.
a society of humans. They were just
long
like, no,
past
this
that,
is
honestly.
this doesn't work. Let's just keep going past it. Like, let's just forget it ever happened. And they're like, nope, we're gonna bring this back for some weird reason. And Spike's is
He
still
has,
obsessed.
he has Gabby, whatever. I'm so
Right?
done.
Like, focus on that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's been a long
Yeah.
time
Wait,
since
like,
I've seen
actually-
Best Gift Ever.
Spike and Gabby are a thing?
Not officially.
Well,
There was,
I
like,
didn't
one
condone that.
episode where, like they were friends, and Rarity was.
I don't ship it. I maintain the shipping rights to Gabby because she's basically me without a ween. But
You don't know.
I don't know. I did not know that. I mean, Kathy's great and all, but
There was also a second part of this question about episode 26 reaction soon ? So for the Bronies react to the 26th episode, as I've mentioned before, it is in the works. It was something that I know at Ciderfest people were asking me about it, and I was saying that I was kind of envisioning and hoping that I'd be able to get it out before the new year. That estimation was way off. There's a lot of work going into this one, but also because I just was an idiot and forgot, oh yeah, the holidays are between then and now.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a lot of family time, obviously. Like we mentioned, Sarah's family was over for about a week. We also had Gabe and his brother over for a bit. So then I was out of town, and then we're going to be out of town for a week on a vacation here in a couple weeks. So I just realized, I'm like, Oh no, I'm not even going to attempt. Like I want to give.
Are you saying that ponies are not your family?
What I'm saying is that I want to give what is more important than my family more time, and that is.
That was a good save. That was a good save.
Thank you.
I just want to let you know that that's a sentence that you said in real life and now exists. So
They're gonna put that on my gravestone.
Yes.
Yeah. So no, but it is in the works. There's going to be stuff releasing on my channel, kind of stuff that I had queued up and waiting for a release. I actually tomorrow morning I'm gonna have another vlog go up. So there's still going to be stuff coming out on the channel. Just don't worry. It's not like that stuff being uploaded is in any way holding up the episode reaction. So it's in the works, but it's going to be probably, it's not going to be coming out before the new year. I know that much. So that's my update. All right. Next on the Super Chats is a question for Gabe. It is from me.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Gabe Show.
All right, Gabe Show. Gabe, thanks so much for that birthday video. My question is, what is the cutest thing Pippin has done? Love ya.
Oh my gosh, that is a wonderful question. I'm sorry,
Pippin,
who's that from?
That's from Nora.
Of course it's from Nora. I knew it was
Please
from Nora.
talk
I just
more
wanted to
about
hear you.
Pippin because I need to know everything.
Pippin took a dump, and it smelled so bad.
That's right. Jeff has experienced Pippin.
Poopin' Pippin.
I want to experience
Poopin. Pippin
Poopin.
also responds to puppy. He doesn't know the difference between that and his name.
Oh yeah.
He has a bark now. He's actually been barking kind of Tourette silly lately. Just kind of
So good.
just randomly for no
And
reason.
for the record, just for context, the like volume you're hearing Gabe doing this now, like decrease that by like a tenth.
It's more like
of
this.
what it is. It's
so good.
It's like a
It's
squirrel
very
trying
quiet.
to bark.
It is
doing
like a
best.
barking squirrel. He is. Now, Pippin is the most playful and loving dog ever, but he is such a freaking handful. He does not understand when he gets yelled at. He pees everywhere, he poops everywhere, he steals everything, he chews everything. You have to hide all our shoes because he will take the insoles out and hide them.
Oh my god. What a jerk.
And if you go, Pippin, no, he'll just run at you with his tiny stump wagging and jump. He is so stupid cute though. It's painful. I don't know what to do. I bite my arm with lack of control of my overwhelmed emotions.
Tell everybody what breed he is.
He is a toy poodle.
Yes.
And so okay, I
love poodle.
I want to go back
Yes,
to
we
the
do too.
Spook story
Okay.
because so
Definitely a jazz band name.
Gabe's whole family left to go. And as they were walking out the door, I think I said, "It smells like poop," and then the door shut, and they didn't care.
Yeah.
And then I start looking around, and I'm like, "Oh, it's definitely." And apparently, like when I'm pretty sure what happened because I think I watched this happen where Pippin didn't have time to do the deed and was like, "No, I'm playing with these other dogs," and jumped, and I guess in the force of the jump, kind of forced some stuff out, but that also caused some of it to stick. And because it stuck to his tail, he attempted to try to get rid of it. So by the time Gabe's family got back, Pippin had pretty much written his name all over the floor.
It was.
I mean, we're talking
bad.
street. It was on the ceiling, and they have a very
my
high
God.
ceiling. I was very impressed.
Yes, he did some impressive tricks. Apparently, we came home and immediately just like, "Hi, Pippin pooped." I'm like, "Oh, all right, sounds good." This was a poopdle. I like that. A poopdle.
We have a super chat from Benza Fisher. It says, "Sing your favorite Christmas songs."
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween. Pumpkins
Halloween.
scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween. Everybody make a scene, trick or treat to the neighbor.
Get it? I am right.
Here it is.
Is that your favorite Christmas song, or are you memeing?
I'm memeing. I'm sorry. All right, this is my favorite song. Children sleeping.
Hell yeah.
Snow is softly falling, and dreams are calling somewhere in the distance.
Gabe, have you ever considered releasing like a Christmas thing, like an album?
No, I don't sing.
You don't sing?
Actually, I thought about it, but it's kind of like I also would rather like just lay around and do nothing.
I mean, there's that.
Yeah, it's a good pastime.
Sorry,
The enigma of life.
if you do it. I'm trying to think of my favorite Christmas song. Jeez, this is tough.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Christmas song is actually Laura's least favorite. I think I remember that being a thing.
Wait, I don't even know what my least favorite is.
Oh. I don't wanna love for Christmas.
No.
That's one thing
No.
I don't think it's my least favorite, but it's not my favorite.
My least favorite is simply having wonderful Christmas time.
Oh no,
How
My
could
least
you hate
favorite
that?
is Christmas shoes.
my
I don't
least
Oh
favorite.
yeah, Sarah
I
hates
Oh yeah.
Christmas shoes. The guilt.
Get that depressing shit out of here. It's so long too.
Mom is,
And it's not like even like real singing, it's just like talk singing the whole way through.
and then he wanted shoes, and
I
I was like,
I know the whole song. I know the
I
whole
know the
song.
family.
I used to sing it. I know the whole song. It is so depressing and unnecessarily so.
This is my
and
one
hilarious.
small claim to like knowing something. I grew up. I'm friends with the guy's son who wrote that song.
really?
Yeah.
Did he get shoes for Christmas?
You know what's funny is Steven told me that the band would make fun of like because it's from a band called New Song, and his dad who runs the band wrote the song with another guy from the band, but there's like a bunch of other members, and I guess the other bandmates would rip on the guys and be like, "Sir, I want to return these shoes, Mama, please." So I don't know.
I am really not a fan of that one Christmas song. This I want a hippopotamus.
That's what I was gonna say. When you guys were saying your least favorites, that is 100% my least favorite Christmas song. I hate it so much.
It's great.
It's the worst.
Nothing but Christmas. I like that one,
Mommy
actually.
and Daddy are mad.
I don't like that one either.
I have a few like favorites. Like the one that I always use, and whenever I have made Christmas, like Merry Christmas videos where we're sledding and dying because we're setting up jumps.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start with that song. Messing up the words.
Still knows.
Thank you. Yeah.
I believe it's called Christmas Canon.
Yes, it is. And then there's my phone is. Mom, stop
Oh,
calling
what
me.
am I talking about? My favorite Christmas song is the little drummer boy cover from Christopher Lee. No, have you heard of the Christopher Lee version of it?
Yes.
I don't think I have. Have I?
Oh, it's great. It's fucking heavy metal. It's like, I play my drum for you. Ba-dum-ba-pum-pum, ba-da-da-da-dum-da-dum-da-dum.
I've never heard this.
Oh, I'll play it on my TV.
Oh my gosh, anime.
I'm sure that'll sound great.
I wanted Dakimakura for Christmas.
No,
my God.
You
Oh,
perfected
that's
it.
what I should. That's what I should put on my.
A Judy Haas body pillow.
Yes.
You in the chat comment for the night.
Let's see here. Anime Guy 01, speaking of, sent us a super chat asking, you want me to take mini food pictures on the Sea Bronies cruise over this next week? The answer is, of course, yes.
Yes,
We
yes,
want to
yes,
see
yes.
food and all sorts of food.
I think maybe my favorite Christmas song is The one that Christmas Present sings in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
Christmas present scene.
That's a
present.
lovely one. Yeah, the Ghost Christmas Present.
The
The season of today, because we are that.
A special time of caring.
I also love that one song that was joked about.
Oh, here it is.
Is this gonna get a copyright strike on my jam?
Yes. Absolutely.
Which one?
Was the one that was riffed on in the freaking it was the John Cena, Will Ferrell movie. It was the one where like dads with children.
That's what dads are.
What's the movie? It's the comedy and it's got
shit.
What's it called?
It's not called shit, I don't think.
That's my favorite Christmas song. Oh ship! I don't swear.
I don't know.
I only know one Muppet song, but I love it to death. Like you would think I would go.
It's a Muppet Show. Wait, yes you do. Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
I heard like legit one. And I was like, this is fantastic. I just don't watch Muppets for some reason.
Daddy's Home.
Daddy's Home 2. All right, hear me out.
Oh god.
Daddy's Home 2. Sarah and I saw that in theaters, and
why?
There's a bit where it's that I'm trying to remember what song it is. Is it the one that oh shoot. Wow. Damn it. Now I hate that I let it
Wait, go to the Wikipedia. Let me do it.
Claire says no, I can't say this word.
Go for it.
Wait, she's telling me the movie is Chicken Blockers.
Chicken blockers?
Well, a chicken. Another word for chicken. I don't swear.
You can say it if it's not a swear if you're talking chicken.
Okay, yeah, cock blockers.
Wow, Gabe said.
Oh, shut up.
Cock is not a swear.
Yes, it is.
No.
Editor.
It literally is not.
Okay, fine. I don't say the F word for gas either.
Do they know it's Christmas?
Yep.
Yeah.
You've never heard me say that because I don't.
The song "Do They Know It's Christmas"?
Yeah.
That song, like, I was already like, oh, dude, I like the song. This is one of my favorite Christmas songs. And then they like did this whole bit with it in the movie of Daddy's Home 2, and I was like, wow, this is oddly amazing in this movie called Daddy's Home 2.
Yeah.
But yeah,
wasn't that the movie that? Okay. Isn't it the movie that your family decided to watch on Christmas Day?
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure that was.
Was it?
I think so.
Did we all see it together?
Yeah.
Amazing. Good. We have good ideas. But yeah, so that's they told us to sing it, so that's why I sang it. Last question of the day. This one's actually for Saberspark. Again from BW Rosas asking.
I don't think he's back yet.
It's okay. It's actually not a question. It says, hope you enjoyed Animatimpics.
Animalympics.
Animalympics.
That is definitely a T. Animatimpics.
Okay, but like
it was not as bad as.
Oh!
Animalympics.
Oh, I thought you were correcting me. I'm like,
I was correcting
no.
you. Yeah, well, I was correcting both.
Good. It's okay because BW Rosas happens to be somebody that we initially met at the Acorn Cafe. Yeah. So if anyone was wondering, 15 years earlier.
Yeah.
Wait, the Acorn Cafe exists?
Yes.
Exists? See, Gabe always imitates when we say something funny, so the trick is to do it.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it's flattering. I like it.
Speaking of the Acorn Cafe, so I've been watching a little bit of Chippendales Rescue Rangers, and I know you saw the clip I posted, Race, with that. Yeah. With I forget his name, the big lad.
Monty's dad.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Literally, what?
I forget that episode exists because for a time that was not aired on television with his parents.
Oh, really?
Because I think the World Trade Center was in the background.
Was the World Trade Center one?
Yeah.
I'm so glad that they didn't boot that one. So, there's a couple. Monty has some of my favorite lines in Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah. This reminds me of
Monty.
This reminds me of the time I got shanghaied in Shanghai on a junk full of junk.
Yeah.
Like there's some.
You said Dale is your favorite of the two, right?
Dale's Sarah's favorite.
He's my favorite.
Chip is my favorite.
Dale is
Really?
the slow
That's
one, isn't he?
Exactly the opposite.
He's a little bit slow.
That's
but-
exactly the opposite of what I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't that
I relate
funny?
to Chip. I relate to Chip on like 18.
I do too.
like,
Chip is my
galactical
baby.
levels.
No, I really liked Chip. I felt kind of sorry for Dale, like he's cute, but Chip was me. Like Dale was my brother. We actually, I don't know if you know this, Jeff. I don't know if I've ever even told you this, but Nate and I actually used to write sketches as Chip and Dale, and we.
No?
Dale, and I would
How
be
is
Chip.
this
Oh, yeah.
coming up first time now?
I don't know, but we had cassette I had a little tape recorder that I'd walk around with, and it had a high speed motion, like high speed setting. So I would record. Nate and I have tapes and tapes and tapes of us like doing sketches and singing as Chip and Dale, and some of them were pretty funny. We'll quote them to each other. Everyone, like hours of this stuff. I can't believe I've never told you that.
Animate them.
That is hilarious. Yeah, no, we're catching
Good.
up. I just watched, for the first time in years, I just watched the Chip and Dale. Well, it's technically called Pluto's Christmas Tree, I believe.
Oh
It's-
yeah, I've seen that one.
And I haven't seen that in years. It's like literally, I think I haven't seen it maybe for 15 years. And I
wow.
used to watch that all the time. We did get one last super chat, and we'll have, this will be our last one of the night.
Yeah.
And Gabe, I'm going to let you take the floor for this and tell whatever you want, however you want, whenever you want. Because the question is, can we have another Gabe and Claire story to finish the night? They're really cute. Is what the person said.
My goodness. All right.
So, have you told the story of when she screamed on the Ferris wheel?
Yeah, the Ferris wheel at Disneyland.
I haven't. It's a lot. Hold on.
It actually
Hold on.
shows up in the bonus, I think. I just realized that.
And the React bonus.
Yeah. But man, she screamed
hang on.
a lot.
So we're actually texting each other right now. I'm not
Right.
going to. But I'm going to actually ask her if she has an idea. Which
Of what story?
one then? So I'll just tell the Ferris wheel one is okay. Okay, this isn't really a ex-Claire story though. It's just something that we went to Disney with you guys, with Jeff and Sarah.
Yeah.
And I'll actually tell a little bit more like beyond what you guys just saw because it's funny. But so she went on the Ferris wheel. She's gonna be mad at me, but I don't care. We went on the Ferris wheel, and Claire, who by the way I have taken flying over 2,000 feet in the air, and who didn't complain, but she's like, "Wait, why? Like, are you trying to keep this easy so you don't freak me out?" I was like, "Well, kind of." And she's like, "Well, don't." And so I started doing like wing overs, flipping over top of the wing, and she was just having fun. We're on this Ferris wheel, which by comparison is a 100th of the height, and she is screaming. Just, and
I forgot that she hit the rev limiter a few times.
Oh, yeah. But we were just laughing. And I was like, she can't be serious. Like, I did not think for 1 second that she was actually scared. I thought she was playing it up for fun. And then afterwards, she wasn't like mad, but she was just kind of in this, that wasn't very nice mode kind of thing. And she told me later, days later, she was like, "You were supposed to comfort me." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I was so scared and you didn't even put your hand on me once." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't know I was supposed to do that."
Next time she went on the Ferris wheel screaming, and you just
I'm
backhand
just gonna-
her. And
I actually think I have video
Calm down.
evidence that you did put. Yeah, you did comfort.
Did I? Oh, did I? Did that, Claire? I did comfort you. Yeah, I remember you putting your head on my knee, and I thought I pat you on the back, and then you burp like a baby.
Yep, that's how it happened.
Yeah,
So
that's how I
romantic.
remember it. And then I fed you. I gave you your binky, and we were all good. Everything was fine.
That's here.
So real quick, is Saber back?
Yeah.
been back.
Okay, cool. We had a super chat earlier, and as we're
She screams at you in all caps. No, he did not, Sarah. There's video footage. All right,
Wow.
hey, Sarah. I actually challenge you now. I want to see because I'm pretty sure I pat her on the back,
but
which was the most loving gesture I could have possibly.
For Saber
Absolutely
though,
zero help. She's so mad.
BW Sid, hope you enjoyed Animal Olympics.
I'm editing it right now. I love it. I love this movie.
You love it?
I
That
do.
cat booty.
Dude, there's the cat booty. There's the poodle chest. There's also just a lot of creativity.
You say you're not afraid, but you keep saying things.
Listen, all right. I fuck Robin from Robin Hood, all right? But I'm not a furry. I'm not a rapper. But
I'm not a rapper.
no, it's fun. I really.
If you don't have a persona by the time the decade ends, one will be assigned to you.
That's right.
That was my favorite thing. That was hilarious.
That sounds like jury duty.
And if you miss your persona, there'll be a warrant for your arrest. No, honest to God, I really do enjoy the movie. I think it's I say this a lot in my video. I should edit some of the recordings up because it got repetitive. But like, it is a product of its time, and I'm excited to talk more about it on Friday. This is like one of the few occasions where I actually like really enjoy editing a video. I mean, not saying like the Rocco video. That one felt like such a drag to edit versus this one where it's like, no, I'm having fun. So
the Animal Olympics was interesting because like. It's not a movie with like a big overarching story. It's just it exists and it's like kind of pleasant. Like it exists and you're having a good time watching it, which is like not common at all for something to like not have a story. Really, it's just animated because it was. That's really
you'll like that. Like one of the folks who animated on it was Brad Bird. Another one was
I love him.
So
I missed the second person because Dave was confessing his love.
Brad Bird,
I love Brad Bird.
That's great.
I love
Roger Allers.
Did you say Brad Bird?
So I got the video evidence
Oh yeah.
of you patting Claire on the back. And I'm
Yes.
sending it to both you and Claire.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
And it's like
It's
the
near-
cheesiest pat on the back you guys can.
Is it really? Oh no.
The classic there.
It's near the end of it.
Yeah. Well, with that, that's going to be the end of the semi-perfect podcast here. Once again, we went longer than we thought we would, but again, a lot of fun discussion. Thank you so much to the podcasters, of course. Now, for those wondering about our schedule moving forward, in 2 weeks we will be back December 18th, and then what we're going to do is we're going to 2 weeks later also do the semi-perfect podcast. However, if we did it on the Wednesday, it would land on New Year's Day. So we're going to shift it over to the 2nd. So it's actually going to be on the Thursday of that week. And then we'll get back onto our normally scheduled Wednesdays every other weekend.
I have two things to say real quick. So Claire humbly requests fan art of the Ferris wheel moment. We should probably post a video. And then also she said, because I was like, I didn't think you were actually scared because you're, way up in the sky upside down. That seems a lot more scary than on the Ferris wheel. And she said it's different. No control versus trust in your control. So I was like, oh, look, someone trusts me not to kill them.
No, see, Claire needs to learn that when you tell Gabe, oh, you're not scaring me, that's daring him to do dangerous things.
Yes, you
Above
are
what he
correct,
already does.
sir. You are precisely... Yes, I am a horrible person. If someone is scared, I usually try to make them more scared. I'm not very good at comforting people because I don't get scared. So it's kind of a mean, like, I don't know. I'm not very nice, but I'm trying.
I mean, it may be a sign that she trusts you not to hurt her, or alternatively, she just trusts you not to hurt yourself. But
that's true. If we crash, we'd both get hurt. So,
well, unless does she know about the ejectors switch in case you start losing control? You can actually ditch her off the parachute.
Oh no, there's no ejector switch, but she doesn't know about the razor built into the carabiners. So
she'll find out. Well,
now she does.
Oh dang it!
Thank
she just
you
doesn't know which
all
one it is.
so much for joining us here on the Semi Perfect Podcast, and we'll be back in 2 weeks, December 18th. I guess our preview to Christmas, so it's going to be a lot of Christmas talk, as it will be 1 week before Christmas. So we will see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for tuning in tonight to our live audience and our people that are listening on delay. And a thank you to our super chatters.
Christian, Z Muggin 37, BW Roses, Anime Guy 01, Nora Mermaid, Benza Fisher, and Lapis Pig.
All right. So thank you all.
Thank
and
you.
have a great night and continue enjoying your December. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.